welcome to episode 3 of Subliminal Thoughts. Today we have a personal friend of mine whom I call a brother as well, Donovan Lancome. Lancome. So Donovan is a very interesting fella. He's you've been in the club scene for a very long time, and that's kind of how I really met you. I think I met you through Jay. Jay's our mentor, and also big brother. But I guess what I really want to roll into is like the club industry. Like David and I have probably been to our fair share of clubs, and it'll be really cool for people to get an inside look, of the club world and how it works. For someone who hasn't worked in the club industry before, you never worked in the club industry, like bar club industry.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
yeah, me neither.
I don't think so. Definitely been to clubs, but
So yeah, Donovan, if you want to kind of introduce yourself a little bit, and then we'll kind of dive into some very juicy questions that I have lined up for you.
Okay, guys, my name is Donovan Lancome. I am with Union Station Hospitality. We are currently working on 3 spots in Midtown on the same block.
That's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's something special. I think the city of Houston will really like it. We have our first spot, which is opening February 10th or the 17th. We're not sure yet. It's called Pretty Liar. It's a lounge, ultra lounge with a sound garden. So it's a huge space. Okay, so you got the lounge and you have the patio area. And the patio area itself, it's huge. It's like 5,000 square feet, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and it's in the heart of Midtown. So
we're gonna be clubbing again.
So this spot in Midtown is this specific block in Midtown is I would say treasured by a lot of club operators from back in the day and today, and we are very fortunate to be able to lock it in.
oh, nice.
The block itself has three buildings. Okay, and back in the day, you would have, let's say, back in the day, you would have the nightclubs would be suites, not whole buildings, right? Like this whole spot would be a nightclub.
Yeah.
Okay. But nowadays, the whole building would be a nightclub. So that's how far Houston has gone and grown, which is, I'm very happy. So we have 3 buildings there. First building is Pretty Liar. So we open, like I said,
That's such a cool name. Bro.
That is a cool name.
Yeah.
You know what? Opening when you're opening a business, the hardest part is thinking of the name.
Absolutely, dude. That's always the hardest part.
100%.
Because that dictates so many things.
It's your whole
Right. The
brand.
brand image, colors, logo, just the whole image of it. It's definitely the hardest part. So this is your club?
Yeah, so it's my club alongside my partners Iman Pourhad and Louis Guzman.
Okay. And these guys are pretty big in the club industry right now.
Louis and Iman, both of them has had, I would say, 20 plus years experience in the nightclub business.
Yeah.
So which is good.
You've had over 10.
This is my 10th year.
Oh damn!
Wow.
This is
we
my
definitely gonna party now.
Yeah. So this is my 10th year in the nightclub business, and how do I say this? I started September 2011. That's when I first went out into the nightclubs in Houston. But
Being an owner or like starting kind of?
just starting, just going out in
like,
general.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so just going out in general, and it was a new world for me, right? Completely new world. I'm from the Woodlands.
Okay.
Okay, we only had bars there back in 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how I ended up in Houston was how do I say this? I was a makeup artist for Lancome.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so I was a big national makeup artist, so I traveled nonstop. And all my friends were girls, and everybody thought I was gay, which is fine. It's okay. Like
That's great. Yeah, that's great, bro.
Yeah, a straight guy doing makeup.
Let me
that's
see your
fine.
titties.
No, dude, that's awesome.
So they brought me down to a club called South Beach.
In Houston?
Yeah, it was a gay
Never heard of
club.
that.
Oh,
Oh
And
shit!
it was I'm not gay, but it was awesome.
Right.
It was lit. Like, it was awesome. You know, like,
I heard gay clubs are like the most fun.
bro, gay clubs are amazing.
Because I heard it's like judgment free.
I mean, even gay dudes are some of the most funnest people to be around.
100%. Yeah.
So I can imagine
so-
a club of them would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So like, I'm 200 pounds now, but back then I was like 150. So I was small, skinny, and I looked gay. I really did. So all of my makeup friends brought me there. We just had fun. And then, they had male go-go dancers with like, damn, he has like a 10-inch dick. What the hell?
It's just fucking swing.
It was like swinging around. I'm like, man, this is crazy. And then,
It's a big old dick.
Wait, they're naked in there?
No,
Like a fucking sock. Like a
they were wearing
sock,
like
bro.
thongs or whatever. Like, I still had pictures from my friends. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So this was back in
That's dope.
2010, 2011. I was like 20 years old, something like that.
Mhm.
And then that was my first foray into nightclub business. And then I followed, my ex-girlfriend, whom I dated for like 6 or 8 years, something like that. It was a long time, right? She got me into, she had a friend who owned a nightclub called Armada in the Galleria area. And then she was a bartender there. And then, like us guys being a simp, like I was a total simp, man. I was like, I was all about her and following her around. And I was that guy that stuck around the club just to kind of watch your girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
oh shit, yeah.
yeah. And then I started helping out in the club. So ultimately I started off as a barback. Okay.
That's usually how most people start off, right? Barback or promoter. Right?
Promoter. It's
Yeah.
it's either host or promoter.
Okay.
So I was a barback. I was picking up stuff after everybody, and then I'll get paid like $100 a night. And back in 2011, that was a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I get free drinks. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then being a makeup artist, like I would invite all of my hot girlfriends.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dude, it was game over from there on. And then
I mean, just that alone makes you look really good.
yeah, but at the same time, it kind of like made you look douchey. Oh, now Donovan's a club guy now.
Okay.
Yes, I just would like to go out and had fun, and then I didn't realize you can make money partying. Like, it didn't make sense to me.
Right.
Okay, I thought you just go to your job 9 to 5, make some money, that's it. But no, there's the entrepreneurship
Yeah.
to where you go around different clubs and bring people in, and you get a cut off the bar, you get a cut off the door. Like, that completely blew me away. I was making like $75 a week while the main promoter was making $2,000 a night.
Damn.
Dude, it was crazy. Like,
Holy shit.
This is like what Ryder was doing
Yeah.
in San Antonio with his whole team called the Social Elites.
Yeah.
social elites. Yeah. So
Have you heard of them?
yes, I have, as a matter of fact. Yes, I have, because back in the day, there was only Facebook and MySpace, and there was literally no app. So everything was texting,
Right.
and you can only post a picture on Facebook. You couldn't even tag anybody. You couldn't even check in.
Oh,
Right.
I remember those days. Yeah.
Dude, it was awful. But nowadays you got Snapchat, Instagram, so it's like easier to promote, right? But back in the day, it was like pure hustle.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started in the club business.
Damn.
Well,
So
that's crazy.
So back to the whole like Pretty Liar situation, the 3 clubs at Union State.
Mm.
How do you guys come up with the names? Like what's like, does it, I guess, yeah. So how do you come up with the names and like,
Or I
what
guess
is that associated
how did you guys just come up with Pretty Little Liars?
yeah.
So people say it a lot, Pretty Little Liar, because of the TV show, but it's Pretty Liar. We actually had like 3 name changes, and when I say 3 name changes, like we've had the DBA, we had it on paperwork,
Oh no.
like and the first name was actually I say it, my partners will kill me.
We can bleep it out.
No,
if
it's
you-
okay. It was called Hepburns.
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 Oh yeah, you guys dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey. So we were like,
Let's go to Hepburns.
Yeah, let's go to Hepburns.
It doesn't roll off.
It does not.
Pretty Liar rolls
So
off.
Yeah.
it was actually like Audrey Hepburn. People laughing.
Are you the one that came up with that, or was it like one of your partners?
No. It was one of my partners, but he actually got the name from a friend. Like he already had it, so he just took it.
Oh, okay.
So we actually went as far as, hey, me and Louis were like, hey, bro, let's go.
Go to Hepburns.
So I'm like, dude, that sounds horrible. Let's go to different clubs and ask girls, hey, do you want to go to Hepburns?
Oh, that's so smart though.
Hey, do you want? What do you think of Hepburns?
Gauging people's like
gauging
actual
people
reactions. That's so genius. But I mean, I'm curious how do people respond to
Okay,
Hepburns?
so exactly. So my reaction was, "Ew, get away from me," or two, "What?" You know. So that was like the main reaction. I'm like, "Dude, this shit ain't working."
Yeah, dude.
So
Sounds like an STD.
Bro,
Got some Hepburns.
yeah. So Hepburns, like it was.
Oh, that's interesting, man.
Man,
It's fucking hilarious.
it is. It is. So
All right, so what was the second one?
I don't remember the second one, but then we ended up with Pretty Liar. So Pretty Liar was
Great name.
actually the name of the. So okay, we have 3 spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the lounge, ultra lounge.
Mhm.
You have the neighborhood bar / patio, which all sports all day, open 7 days a week. You can bring your friends, family, and
Yeah.
you can bring your pets. It's a neighborhood sports lounge.
That's what Pretty Liars.
No, that's called Now or Never, but that was supposed to be called Pretty Liar.
That's a good.
Okay.
That's a good name too.
Yeah,
Pretty Liar sounds so promiscuous and sexy.
It is.
It's
It
like a
does.
strip club, bro. Dope. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's a dope name.
Like I hear that name and I think of like
like a sexy
pink neon lights and
Yeah,
stuff.
like-
correct. So I would, now I would come up to girls like, hey, if they want to work for us, hey, you want to be my pretty little liar or pretty liar?
That's
You want to be my
dope.
pretty liar? So it rolls off the tongue. It's
Absolutely.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Now or Never too. That sounds real cool.
Yeah,
too.
so Now or Never. So coming up with a name for a bar was a little bit easier. Now or Never, perfect. Okay. Now our third spot is called El Capi. Okay, like El Capitan. The
Okay.
the captain, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a 2-story lounge bar.
Okay.
It's a high energy bar. Okay, think of El Jefe, think of Bottled Blonde, but to the next level because we actually have a second floor patio
Okay.
Fire.
which overlooks the city.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
we'll get
And this is located where?
it's so it's in the Midtown block. The addresses is 3017 Milam and 3030 Travis.
Okay.
Okay, so
Nice.
all 3 spots are on the same block.
So it's
Oh,
where, it's
wow.
where that restaurant Mize is and shit.
And
And like a Cali sandwich. Cali sandwich.
Okay, so
and
you know where
shit?
Cali
Yeah.
sandwich is? Cali sandwich right next to it. The big
Yeah, the big L shape.
the big shopping center.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That
in this-
whole fucking place is
yes, bro.
is Pretty Liar.
So Pretty Liar's in the back.
Uh,
Now or Never's in the front, and then El Capi is in the side.
Damn, that's
Same
gonna be-
owners,
Yes, us
Union
3.
State. Yeah.
and they're all different vibes.
Yes, they're all
That's
different
smart.
vibes. Exactly.
fire.
So
That's
think
fire.
of
They're capitalizing on all the different people.
Facts.
yeah. So that's a complete idea. It's like we go big or we go home.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
and we wanted to do something different and something that will grab everybody, not just the club people, not just the sports people, but not just the bar people, but everybody. Okay, instead of going to different places, we're all in the same block and you just hop around.
That's cool. And
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys don't market it as we're the same people, right? It appears as like a different entity.
They're all different entities, yes.
Okay. Like, so if I go to Pretty Little Liars, I'm not going to know that you guys are also
Well,
associated
unless you
with.
know, unless you
El
know them.
Capi.
Yeah, unless you know, yes, correct.
Of course. That's cool, man. Because if you put that in there, more than likely another business is just going to open up right next to y'all trying to compete. And you guys kind of eliminate that
Yeah, correct. So-
to
and-
an extent.
Well, number one, the whole idea is as well. It's the secondary goal is to bring Midtown back.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because right now you
Midtown
got
left. Yeah.
back in the day it was Midtown, like Thursday through
Absolutely. College days. Absolutely.
Midtown.
Yeah.
Really?
You know,
now it's
and
like Washington again.
now it's
right?
Washington.
And-
Like
'Cause
Washington.
it was Washington first, and then it was Midtown, and now it's back to Washington.
Yeah, and then with the outsiders. I'm sorry. When I say outsiders coming in, like let's say the Clutch Group, Bottled Blonde, and then other teams that are from the outside of Houston,
Mhm.
like Dallas, Austin, Scottsdale. They're seeing the market grow up.
Mm.
Okay, so they want a piece of it. Okay, so they all went into Washington, and it completely blew up. Washington just completely blew up.
So that's a good point. I was gonna get to that. So like, we always say that in business, there's really no such thing as competition, right? But I think in the nightclub business, that is completely different because there's only a specific set population that goes clubbing all the time, right?
Right.
And clubbing is, just Thursday to Saturday, right? And then Sundays you have your, your Sunday fun
Day
days.
parties and
Yeah,
stuff.
your day parties. So
Yes.
like, who are the biggest like key players you're saying? Because I think you mentioned a couple.
Like biggest key players as in like clubs?
Like groups, like so there's like the Clay group, right? They own like Clay, Spire, like people like that. I mean, that's how I met you, right? It was like Spire, I know the owners as well. You know, like they owned like Riches and shit. You know, like back in the day.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah. So like I mean I went to high school with their daughter, Allure. You know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So like I know Zach and I know the dad. But so like who are the key players in this? You think?
Okay, so
We don't need to throw jabs. You just
no
key
jabs.
players.
So
Yeah.
back in the day, I would have thrown jabs all day. Like that was the only way to survive, was like to make fun of other promoters, right? I would take jabs all day, but now I'm a little bit grown up. You have to respect everybody. I would say the key players. So let's say let's divide them up. Okay, so let's say bars and beer gardens.
Right.
Okay, the biggest player in the city, to my knowledge, I would say is the Kirby Group. So they got Heights Beer Garden, Pitch 25. Have y'all been to Pitch 25?
Yeah, that's Jay's
So
spot
Jay's,
too, right?
Jay's part of it. So Pitch 25 is a beer garden with a soccer field in the middle.
Yeah, it's fucking
Okay.
lit.
Well,
yeah.
They also
That's in,
own
like, downtown and shit. Yeah.
They also own. I said Heights Beer Garden. They own Die Gust Restaurant, Diversion. They're opening up. What do you call this? Buffalo Heights Beer Garden. So it's a bunch. They have like 13 spots, something like that. All beer gardens, all 7 days a week, and I would say they're the biggest, like hands down.
Damn.
Okay, you have that many beer gardens open 7 days a week, and just it's a cash cow.
Yeah, Pitch
Okay.
25 is a pretty fucking big
Oh,
establishment.
dude, it's huge, man. So
it's like over 10,000 square feet.
I would say bigger than that. I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a whole fucking.
I'm so untapped in the whole night scene here, man. I'm so busy working. I really haven't been out much
So
here.
there's this like like gentrification, right? In the old sites of downtown, they took this like 20,000 square foot like old brick warehouse and they transformed that into like a beer garden. Like he said, there's a
that's
soccer
sick.
field in the middle and shit.
Yeah.
So that's like the group
Wow.
he's talking about,
Like the promoting
Huge.
group.
No,
Well-
so the Kirby Group is they're the operators and owners of the place, so they don't
Yeah.
need promoters.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll get into the promoters in a second. So I would say they're the biggest hospitality in the beer garden or
Right.
bar spot.
Yeah.
Okay, now in the nightclub business, which I think is what you guys want to know, in the nightclub business, hands down, the Clay Group, hands down.
They have a presence.
The Clay Group,
Good and bad. I mean,
Is
it's the nightclub
Is
scene, right?
Isn't that who Nico is with?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
With Hard, they own Hard. They
yes, I think Nico left recently. Did he?
own. Maybe I don't know. I
Yeah,
know
because
Lou,
I'm so
Lou is-
proud of him. Like I met Nico back in the day when at Spire.
He's been wanting to leave for a long time.
I think
Yeah.
he's doing the Inica Power.
Yeah, he's working with
Well,
e-commerce.
I still see him.
Sometimes.
I'm pretty sure I still see him doing something.
Maybe he just goes there with friends and stuff like that. But
Oh, yeah,
he's working
maybe.
with the Naka. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nico, if you see this, I'm so proud of you.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously,
he's
like,
been
you-
wanting.
Yeah,
to do
Nico's
this.
amazing.
He really
yeah.
is, man. I couldn't say one bad thing about Nico. So the
Super
Clay
dope.
Group is hands down the biggest and the most successful. So they got Clay, Spire, Bisou, Heart, Kiss, and that's only in Houston.
So they got Kiss. What's Kiss? Like a new
Kiss is like Bisou in the for the urban market
club?
in
Nice.
the Sawyer Heights area.
Oh, okay,
Beautiful,
okay,
beautiful.
okay.
It's the old Poitin.
Okay.
Beautiful spot. Like if y'all haven't been there, you need to check it out. It's
Yeah.
I will give them that. Like it's everything they open is either super successful or somewhat successful, but it's never, I would say, never a failure in the umbrella of the Clay Group.
Yeah.
And I say this because I was part of the Clay Group for a good 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was a manager over there, and I'm proud to say I've helped build what they have now. But at the end of the day, they're killing it. Like much respect to them.
Yeah.
And not only that, they're in Dallas now.
Clay?
Yes,
Clay
wow.
or the Clay Group?
the Clay Group,
So like
Wow.
just investing in other businesses out there?
as
They got
in
Bisou out there, right?
They have Bisou out there also, I think, or they changed it to Kiss. So they opened a restaurant.
It's a restaurant that pops bottles and got fucking like like bottle service and shit. So they like do the sparklers and shit at the club.
Yeah, imagine
Music's so
a
loud you can't even talk to each other like that.
yeah, imagine a restaurant with a DJ and bottle service.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
$40 omelets and shit.
like, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. It's like Sugar Baby Central. You know, like
100%,
you
yeah.
want to find a sugar daddy, you go to Bisou. Like
Bro,
it's legit.
We went to Bisou one time. It's the River Oaks Shopping Center where Hop Dottie is.
Oh, that's where Bisou is?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the first restaurant when you turn into the main entrance. Dude, the music is so loud on a Sunday, you can't even hear like the.
I was just there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, the place was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's theirs.
Right next to Steak 48.
Clay Group owns that?
Yes.
What?
They're right next to
Yeah.
Steak 48.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that.
They're definitely the first, like they're pioneers on that in Houston for sure.
Yeah. So, like you said, the owner Zach, I've actually worked with him. He was actually my first actual nightclub promotion.
Yeah.
Where I worked at, and it was literally a club not even this big.
Wow.
The club was not even as big as the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, but they killed it. And then after that, they had Limelight, which I also worked in.
Oh
so,
my God,
I remember that
Limelight.
place.
Yeah, so that was
yeah, I remember that.
the Clay Group also. Basically,
Really?
that was before the Clay Group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So after Limelight, then they created the Clay Group.
Yeah.
Okay, that Clay Houston. But yeah, so I've grown up with that team. And like I said, they're heading to Dallas. If the Instagram stories, that's because I don't talk to them anymore. Which is unfortunate, but I try to stay in good terms.
How is that? Like, I know it seems very competitive, and
Mhm.
like, because I have friends in the promotion scene, and it seems like when one person's working for this group and the other person's working for this group, they seem to like they're not even really friends at this point.
Like cutthroat, right?
Yeah, it seems very cutthroat.
It's heading that way. Like
Yeah.
it's slowly heading that way. Like
And I guess everybody's different.
Like it's my team or
But-
die type shit.
yeah,
it's
so,
like a little
so,
gang, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my main issue right now with all these with all the Houston club operators. I hope y'all are listening. We have to support each other.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have teams from Scottsdale, from Dallas coming into Houston, and they're all coming together as a team
Oh wow.
and opening different spots.
also
take-
bottled blonde and shit like that didn't come from Houston. That
So
came from like
No,
another state.
that's like a Dallas location.
So you're saying Houston
shit.
needs to stick together?
I truly do believe that Houston operators and owners, we need to stick and work together and keep our city Houston. Like keep Houston. You know,
I like that.
yeah,
um,
for sure. I like that.
you have
dope.
these. I have no issues with outsiders coming in,
Of course,
taking a piece of the pie, but like
a way to mutually benefit
mutually
the
benefit,
people that
yeah.
are already here and from here and live here.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like
correct.
it would make sense for you guys to kind of
Yeah.
join forces
Yeah.
whenever the time is
No,
necessary.
and unfortunately, with the previous clubs I worked at, they would say, "Hey, don't support this. You're banned from here. You can't go to this club. You can't go to that club."
wow,
It's cutthroat.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
like that, and the market's not even it's not even that big for you to say that. Just let the people support whatever. Let them have fun, okay,
Yeah.
and then everything will be good. But unfortunately, it's coming to that. It's like in Vegas, okay. In Vegas, I recently found out if you work for, let's say, this nightclub, you absolutely cannot go to this nightclub.
Holy shit.
Absolutely cannot.
Or
Yeah.
like if you work for, I'll just use Clay for instance. If you maybe you get fired or you quit and you want to go get another job with someone that's not associated with the Clay Group, is it hard? Like once you've been associated with another club, like
No.
Or maybe they're like, maybe you can give us some insight of what went down in there.
So let's say a person leaves a club because it didn't work out. It's if an employee is good, at the end of the day, they will not get fired, right? If the employee is good but they leave, that means there's friction, there's something going on. But yes, they're more than welcome to go to other teams, and the other teams will gladly take them because at the
Yeah,
end of the
especially
day,
if they're good. Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
At the
More
end of the day, there's 2 or 3 positions that are going around, right? You got the promoters, hosts, you got the cocktails, and you got bartenders and DJs. Okay,
Mhm.
bartenders, it's not too bad. Like you can hop around a lot, but hosts, if you work for this group, you stay with this group.
And our like explain what a host is. Like the girls typically.
No, actually, hosts they're your money makers. If I'm being honest, because I was a host, right?
Okay.
So hosts book your tables. They take care of your VIPs. They're basically your
waiter.
in a way, but these hosts, they're the ones that bring a lot of business in.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to
It sounds like
Alpha
a promoter.
Alpha League.
Yes,
we,
it's
we,
like an in-house promoter.
Okay.
when I was always partying with Alpha League. Remember back in the day, we used to go every fucking weekend.
Yeah,
We
and
used
all
to
those
get
guys.
we used to get tables every fucking weekend. We would blow money.
Yeah, whatever happened? Whatever happened?
No one goes anymore.
Yeah, so back in the day when Spire opened, you know,
Clay or Spire.
Yeah, Clay or Spire.
It would always be one of those two.
Christian and what's his girlfriend's name?
Heidi.
Heidi, Buff Bunny, I think.
Yeah.
You and all these like fitness models, like you know, they would come out nonstop, and
They
you know,
put a
I
name on the sign and shit.
yeah, Alpha Lead and this and that.
Hilarious.
And I would cater to them, so I'm being their host. So
Gotcha.
whatever money they spend, I get a cut off of it. You know,
Okay.
so that's what hosts are. Hosts are very important because they're your in-house promoters.
Gotcha. Okay.
So a promoter is basically a bunch of or a group that goes to different bars or clubs, and they have their own following. They have their own crowds.
Correct.
Okay, so they get either the whole door, 20% of the bar, or whatever deal they make.
Holy
with
shit.
Exactly. So back in the day, I started off as a promoter. So there was only 4 of us.
But if you're a promoter for, like, let's just say Clay Group, can you be a promoter for another hospitality
No, so
group too?
there's no such thing as if you promote at a Clay location, yes, you can absolutely promote at another spot that's not
hard. Okay, gotcha.
It would have been good to have him and Ryder on at the same time.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have a promoter is a freelance, freelance employee to where you can
kind of do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
But the host is more like you actually work here with us,
in-house.
but you're also a promoter at the same time.
Yes, you're an in-house promoter. Yes,
I got you.
Okay.
What's happening is now you have the cocktails, the pretty girls that bring out the bottles.
Yeah.
Back then they're just serving tables, serving drinks, but now they're learning to book tables. They're learning to sell themselves. I mean, for lack of a better term, they're learning to sell themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, come see me here.
I see that all the time.
Exactly.
They're always posting on Instagram like, hey, if you want VIP, DM me or something.
Sounds like a stripper.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
So are they doing that because if they get you to come in and they book you, they now get a cut of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's
it's incentivized to just promote yourself because hey guys, or maybe the clubs are finding out, hey, let's just have these girls be our hosts and we'll save some money. We don't have to keep paying out all these people.
Correct.
Okay.
And so how many percent do you typically get for like a table? And I think it's like 3% or some shit like that.
No, more than that. I'm not gonna be specific.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to out other venues
for sure.
Because if I say it, then what might happen is like the host from this club, like, what? They're getting that much? Hey.
Right.
So let's just
I like that. Respect. Okay, that's cool.
So what I'm gonna say is when I was a promoter, I would get 20% off their net spend. If Daniel spends $1,000, which he easily will, I get $200 of that. And if I book 10 tables, if I book 10 tables, I get X amount of money on top of my host pay.
Who else is getting a piece of Daniel's tab?
Just me. I booked him.
So the bartenders don't get a piece of that?
No. Bartenders.
They're just making the drinks.
Yeah, bartenders, yeah.
Okay, so like he'll be in his section. He's getting all his bottles through you.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so there's not even a bartender there.
No.
Okay, I hear
it's
you.
just like the cocktail girls making the drinks and
so
stuff.
this is strictly if someone has a section.
Yes.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
it doesn't count if like, oh yeah, I brought people in, but they were at the bar. That doesn't mean shit. Okay, you want to make real money? You make them buy a bottle. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean tables are.
That makes so much sense because I got a buddy in this industry and we're homies too. And I know he's not like trying to finesse me or anything, but it's funny because I mean, obviously when you go to a club, you want to be in a section. You don't want to be at a bar.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I just noticed every time he brings someone in, we're always up in a section. And now, I mean, it kind of makes sense because obviously he wants to make some money at the same time.
Right.
But it's cool. I never even thought like that's what was going on. Yeah, I see what you were doing, right?
Trying to get a table.
I see what you were doing.
No, it's crazy because like you don't realize like Houston is a very rich city.
Yeah,
100%.
Especially over there in River Oaks.
I think we like in terms of like the world economy. If Texas was its own country, we would be one of the richest economies in the world.
Yes, so
Texas is pretty fucking amazing. Yeah,
there's some people out there with a lot of money, and they don't come out all the time, but when they do, they blow money, right?
Yeah,
and you get a percentage out of that.
That's so cool. Dude.
So what happens is these hosts will start spending time with them outside the club and try to get them back in. So that's
like having lunch with them and stuff.
More like dinner.
So it's like it's literally like a 7-day hustle. Then
it's a 7-day hustle.
Wow.
90% of a club person's job is outside the club.
Yeah, just networking, keeping up your appearance.
Exactly, networking. And then Once they're in the club, that's the easy part. Once they're in the club, that's the easy part. You just drink with them, make sure they're good, make them spend money.
So you
Damn.
you know, yeah, and it's kind of just for like 1 or 2 nights a week. So like you're spending 7 days a week for them to come in maybe 1 or 2 times a week.
Yes.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Just keep in contact. Oh, so I
And
will
there's
say
not just
this.
one. There's like multiple.
No, because that's also what Ryder would tell me. He said he would have thousands of phone numbers, and whenever like special deals would come on, he would just like, hey guys, special deal, whoever hits him up. And I mean, but he would like keep in contact with specific people. I mean, I'm sure he's homies with a lot of them.
Yeah.
But like he wants to.
Prioritize.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like it's like a clientele you build up over time. Because I mean, he's super. From this business, he knows everybody.
Yeah.
He does.
It's insane.
Ryder, what's his
Boatman?
name?
Boatman. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that name. Yeah, I've heard of that name.
He's in San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, I mean, it's crazy. Like anywhere we go,
Yeah.
this dude knows somebody.
So I will say this, okay? Do y'all remember Super Bowl back in 2016, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So Super Bowl in 2016, as a host, so for 3 days I took home like $5,000.
Shit. What
And-
about like All-Star Weekend and shit?
All-Star Weekend, I don't remember, but I remember Super
Bro.
Bowl weekend, I took home $5,000 and I did not book one table.
Holy
How?
fuck.
Then how are you getting paid?
It's a tip share.
Okay, so that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So if you're an in-house promoter,
Mm-hmm.
you said you would get 20% off of Daniel's $1,000 tab.
Mm-hmm.
So are you still getting commission from something else
So
in addition to that 20%?
yes, because
Wow.
if people walk up and buy tables, they ultimately tip, right?
And they also like even at the bar if they tip at the bar, right?
The bar is completely separate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
bar
okay,
is
okay.
separate. Bar is
Correct.
Bar is bartender money. You don't touch
Okay.
that. Okay?
Okay.
So people come in. You have they buy. Let's say Daniel buys a table and nobody booked them. He's a walk up. Okay, whatever his tip is, it all gets put in a tip pool, and everybody splits that. And then if you book somebody, you get a piece of him too.
Bro, $5,000 of fucking tips?
In one night.
So
Shit.
this was a whole weekend for me. So
Oh, it was the whole weekend?
the whole weekend. So
That's
Yeah,
still-
still like
and keep in mind, I did not book one single fucking table.
yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
are you just partying? Or like, what are you doing when you're there?
Bringing ice, making sure they're checked in, making them drinks.
Okay, so you're still working.
I'm still absolutely. You're still
Yeah.
working.
Okay.
Let me put it this way: Super Bowl weekend. I was new to the Clay Group, and I literally had no clients. And the clients, their season hosts were booking international people, bro. Like they were booking people from Mexico, from London, from
Holy
Russia.
Shit.
Like it was crazy because it was Super Bowl weekend.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, and the tables, which were normally $2,000, they were $50,000.
For a table in,
Yes.
in a club.
To drink a bottle of
Yes.
Tito's.
Yes,
but
bro.
they're fucking
And that
celebrities.
bottle's 20,000.
It was crazy. So if you think I made a lot of money, let me tell you something.
Fuck.
The cocktails at their other
Yeah,
clubs,
Yeah.
they took home 10 plus
Yeah. Holy fuck.
each.
What are the owners taking home?
You can only imagine.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can only imagine.
It
And
seems like an amazing, like
Bro,
it seems
if-
like a foolproof type of business.
so after Super Bowl weekend, I remember, man, all these girls got their
Jesus.
BBLs, they got their
Yeah.
tits
So-
and lips done. I'm like, damn.
But it's
dude.
like, but it's weird because like clubs seem to only be relevant for like they have a very short timeline,
They
2 to
do.
3
Yeah.
years, right? And then they're like, oh, they're not cool anymore, right?
they do.
And that's
so,
why Clay remodeled.
So
do
let's.
you think that has to do with the people you involve with the business? Building maybe a bad reputation, and over time it just kind of dies out.
So that's another thing I need to give him credit for is they. You're right. Like after 2 or 3 years, the club's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Typically,
typically,
Because it's like
because
the
obviously
same
in Las
shit.
Vegas it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But I think here it's very short lived for a specific reason.
so besides, let's say Drink Houston or Roxy or whatever that is from back in the day.
Oh hell yeah, Drink Houston at the
Okay,
Marquee.
so
Cool.
but that's different though. That's like a big corporate, right? Like a
Mhm.
big corporate, entity, and they do whatever. That's one thing I need to give the Clay Group credit for is they made it survive, man, and they're still killing numbers. They're still bringing numbers in. I mean, I live in the high rise next to Clay,
Yeah.
and if I'm home on the weekend, trust me, I'm gonna be hearing them because they're
Yeah.
still partying. So I think Clay itself is going on 6 years now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think they opened in 2014, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
they turned a club into an actual brand.
Yeah, 100%. Because they're having big people come
Okay.
out there.
So that's ultimately our goal also. And keep in mind, like we came from a very strong hospitality, nightclub, and bar lineage, and we're branching off of them. Okay, so ultimately, we're not competing with anybody. We're competing with ourselves, and
Love
we're
that.
competing with we're competing with, I would say, not ultimately the same people, but we're still trying to go for the same people and better people. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got three kind of things in one. You have like
Yeah.
a lounge 2 type, and then you got like a bar that's like more chill. You know,
Yes.
like you have totally different concepts, which is great. Like David said, you're grabbing multiple, niches of people. You're not just sticking to one.
Correct.
So just so I understand you correctly, is it going to be all in one building?
No, three separate buildings.
Okay, so it's they're going to appear as totally separate entities.
Completely separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
They're
lit.
all completely separate.
That's
So
what I thought. Okay.
if you go to Midtown, like you have, let's say, Dogwood. Let's say you have
Dogwood.
6 Feet or a Gas Lamp or whatever it was called back in the
Yeah.
day, and then you have Unicorn Disco. Like they're all different buildings and they're all different owners and they're all different. So we're basically taking a whole block with 3 buildings, putting 3 different concepts into it.
Yeah. It's really
Okay.
cool.
And
And you're going to start building them all at the same time?
no, so we started building on Pretty Liar back in September.
Wait, so it's Pretty Liar or Pretty Little Liar?
Pretty Liar.
Pretty Liar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But the people will be like, you want to be a Pretty Little Liar? Is that what you're doing?
Oh man. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So a good question I think, that I should ask is, with the whole COVID thing that happened, like that obviously affected a shit ton, but luckily in Texas, we don't really give a fuck, right? So like what's the current state you would say of the club scene right now?
I think we're okay.
Like, is it like popping every weekend? Like,
Oh yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
People have stuff to get out of their system, man.
Absolutely.
People are been bundled up in their house. They want to party.
They just want to fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's like
Jeez.
look, wait a minute. I took a vaccine for this 3 times and it's still around. So
Right.
when it began, like that shit was fucking scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
What, when quarantine started?
yeah, when quarantine started, that shit was fucking scary because
It was
clubs
a ghost town, right?
It was a ghost town everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Clubs were
Damn.
closed. Like we were hit hard. Like we didn't have a job for like.
Yeah, those
6
are the
months.
first places that are like, and it was like movie theaters. But
Yeah.
people weren't there at all.
And then we were pissed off because I remember I was running Spire. I was a manager there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how can restaurants be open?
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
true.
you have the same amount of people. So it's
Oh, there was a controversy about that because people started getting restaurant licenses, right? And they started selling like bar food.
oh yeah.
Dude,
Wait,
there-
what?
Okay, so there was I remember there's a
Keep
whole
talking.
big thing.
Keep talking.
So there's a really big controversy. I think I poured a shot already. There's a huge controversy where Governor Abbott like shut down everything, right? Like quarantine, everyone was shut down, and then they started opening a loophole that everyone who had a restaurant license,
A bar or a club?
no. So it didn't get to that yet. So everyone who had a restaurant license,
But I'm saying like any who you referring
no.
to?
So I'm getting to that. So like anyone who had a restaurant license was allowed to be open and considered a
Necessary.
like a necessity. So
That-
the
but that's
business
what
can open.
but that's
right?
what I'm asking,
Essential
like,
business. So
Could a
these-
club that have a
I'm
restaurant
getting
license?
to that. So these club
Sorry.
owners, I think it was Clay Group, were all over the news because they filed for a restaurant license.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
And
that
so
makes
they
sense.
started selling bar food, like chicken fingers and shit. And then they were on the news, and there's thousands of people. This
Oh,
is the
that's-
height of COVID.
So and Clay was never selling foods before.
No. Spire, no. They had like a little, like the jambalaya guy in the fucking courtyard, but like,
yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious,
dude, it was so. And then I think it was like they were threatened with like taking away their TABC license, but I think it was like Dallas or Zach who came on the news and was like, "We're just a restaurant serving alcohol." I remember that, dude. I was like,
people
"Holy
jumping in the pool behind him.
Yeah,
Oh, I
was like-
remember
I was like,
that.
dude, are you fucking kidding me? This is hilarious. So I think
That's
I
nuts.
I love that they have balls, man. And that shows you like Texans don't give a flying fuck, because I agree with that sentiment. It's like, why were restaurants packed but clubs weren't? But yeah, it was funny because the whole like club scene, like
It could definitely appear visually hilarious.
So
Yeah,
let
it was
me.
so funny,
yeah,
bro.
I can imagine.
I can't believe you remember that. Like I'm trying to block it off my memories because it was such a horrible experience for me.
I'll take one actually.
You want one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Here, let me check my water then.
All right,
Liquor break.
liquor break.
Wait, did you take your shot? Oh, you're gonna chug your water.
Oh, it's a cannon.
Of course, it's a Canon. You're a Sony?
Yeah. Dude, I cannot believe you remember that. Like that. That's fucking crazy. Oh man.
This podcast is sponsored by Penta Tequila. Just kidding. This is actually
Yeah, I already took some, so I'm gonna
this is
chill for a
actually
little
really,
bit.
really good tequila.
Yeah. That's expensive, bro. I think. Yeah, I remember Jay was showing me that. It's good. It's smooth.
Don't drink.
Woo!
But this is appropriate because this conversation is hilarious.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll tell you the whole thing about that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
tell me
we're
about
ready.
that. That was hilarious.
Okay, so to be fair, it wasn't just Spire. I know, right?
Shit just lingered up on me.
To be fair, it wasn't just Spire. Okay, it was, and I was the manager. I was basically running Spire. Okay, like I was the main guy. Okay, so there was a loophole to where if a nightclub switched from a red license to a blue license, I guess the blue license is you can serve food. You technically become a restaurant.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Okay, so
Just on paper.
yeah, it's just paper, right? So what happened was these clubs, and it wasn't just where I was. It was a ton of clubs. Like even remember Onyx Club Onyx?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, even this they set up like taco trucks outside or like little taco making machines. Oh, we're a restaurant. We're a fucking restaurant.
That's hilarious.
Dude, it
remember
was like I was
'cause
like,
there's-
what? This actually worked.
I
And
remember because on the news there's people eating fucking chicken fingers and pizza.
in the club, bro. Like
So
it said
hilarious.
we would bring bottles out with like fucking pizzas, right? Oh, we're a restaurant. Yeah, what's up? You know, oh, this table, yeah, it can hold 20 people.
In 20 pizzas.
And yeah, so every
Damn.
bottle that came out, they brought food out, and TABC actually came.
To
Oh
inspect.
yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah,
I
to
remember
inspect,
that.
and they were like, oh yeah, this is good. It's a restaurant. Bye.
I mean, to be fair,
they're doing what they're doing to survive.
They had
yeah,
to do-
man. It's
they had
so
to do
fucked.
something, dude. They're going so long without business.
Dude, I
And from a health standpoint, from people being drunk, it's probably
and
not a
they-
bad
and-
idea to
and-
give these people food.
No, and they still
Yeah.
had to pay rent. Like businesses,
Yeah,
there was
of
a
course.
delayed process, but people had to pay rent, and it was crazy expensive.
dude, the rent at these clubs is not cheap, man.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah, it's not.
it's a lot. So I don't blame them whatsoever.
Yeah,
either.
no, it's
I think it
totally
was-
understandable.
I think it was fucking smart, to
Okay.
be honest.
And just to kind of segue into it,
This was pre-vaccine, right?
this is pre-vaccine.
yeah.
Yeah, bro, it was.
I hope we don't get censored on YouTube. Bro.
I know, man.
We're supposed to say needle, but
So
Dude, we've talked about it in everyone. We're good at this point.
you have this 50,000 square foot club, okay, and then like a 2 feet by 2 feet taco stand, and yes, it's a restaurant.
love that.
It was, and I supported the idea because I had to make money, man. Like we were,
Yeah.
we were not making any money, and then I actually got, I'm not gonna say the name of the this restaurateur guy who's big in Houston. He called me out. Like this dude had like 20,000 followers, and they're all like pro quarantine. Okay.
Oh damn.
So when the club shut down, what I did was I started a Turo business, like car renting, and then Airbnb, just to kind of like stay busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened was, I remember this guy, he called me out, posted me on a story, and I swear to you, bro, I had 2,000 people in my inbox calling me a murderer.
Holy fuck.
Bro, that shit was.
Oh, you did talk about you were like people were giving you death threats.
They were
and
giving me
shit.
death threats.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
like,
yeah, I remember
Because
that.
you were a manager at the club.
Yeah.
because my club was open.
and he was in the fucking news too, bro.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
For
hilarious.
this?
Yeah.
No
was
way.
hilarious.
Just from all the backfire?
Yeah.
It was
No
so
way.
funny, bro. And
Dude,
then,
I
like,
was-
he
I-
was,
was-
he was on the news and there was like a line of people in the back.
And then I was telling the bar backs, hey, keep serving tacos. Just we're a restaurant. Look, it was
wow, dude.
dude, it was
So
crazy, man. But
funny, bro.
it got real and it got scary because
yeah, I can imagine, man.
I remember I had a nice car, like let's say it was a Navigator for rent.
Yeah.
And then like this guy's follower was doxing me.
Holy shit.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like following you?
Doxing. They found out my address. They found out and they were like showing up at my door, like throwing shit at my place. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow. No,
Dude, it was crazy.
way.
And then I remember one of the posts was like, this is Donovan Lancome. He's opening his fucking clubs just so he can make money. And he has blood on his hands. And then my car got stolen.
Holy shit.
What?
Bro.
The Navigator?
Yes. It was it was scary. Like
Wow, man. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. And I'm just like,
I mean,
you look back, it's
I mean,
funny.
to be fair, it comes with the territory.
but
I mean, I'm not warranting what they did, but I mean, like, what could you really expect?
Yeah, because what you guys were doing was like,
It's so taboo at the time.
yeah.
It was extremely taboo, and I'm not saying it was wrong.
Yeah.
We all can kind of agree, like it makes sense, and we're sympathetic of why you guys had to do what you had to do.
yeah.
Because
I think business owners understood that
exactly,
because we're like, we have to find a way to open.
the
Like,
general public doesn't understand that because
Yeah,
they don't have
100%.
they don't have a business they're paying for,
Exactly.
and having to understand the situation.
like
of,
they're
of-
getting paid to stay at home.
exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
dude,
Well,
100%.
Yeah.
The crazy, exactly. They were getting paid to stay at home. We weren't getting paid.
Exactly.
We weren't getting shit.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the
Fuck,
spectrum, people are probably thinking, well, you're filling up a club with people spreading a virus, killing people. You have blood on your hands. Like I can understand the point of view, but damn, like you're just a manager at the club.
Right. And
no,
here-
but they thought he was the owner
yeah. And,
Really?
yeah. And here's the crazy part.
because
Okay.
he was like the shot caller. He was like there every night with.
I mean,
with
if you're a
blacks.
manager of a club, you pretty much kind of run the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
here's the crazy part. Okay. These people that were attacking me, I go to their Instagram and they were all pro BLM. Remember at the same time they had the Black Lives Matter march in
100%,
Houston.
Yeah.
They were all supporting that. I'm like, what's the fucking difference? And I
Right.
was there just so you know. I was at the BLM march. I'm like, what's the difference? I mean, pick one side.
Yeah, it's
It's typically people that don't know what the fuck they're fighting for.
yeah,
To be
and,
honest,
and it's only like convenient for them, so they'll like
And-
do that.
Not
you know?
not the BLM. That's not what I was touching on. I was saying like
The
a lot of people in general don't know what the fuck they're fighting for,
yeah.
and they just kind of follow the crowd.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
There's a fair share of people that actually truly believe this stuff, whether it's Black Lives Matter or conspiracies or stuff related to COVID. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like a lot of that cyberbullying people are talking to you. Some people are really about it, and they're really going to show up to your doorstep and
Oh,
steal
dude.
your car. But a lot of them are full of shit. But it's hard to tell who's who, and you kind of got to see that firsthand, man. And
Hey
that's
man,
that's scary, dude.
all I'm
Yeah.
trying to do is pay my bills. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Okay, and then that was probably the scary. Like it's funny now, but back then, like it was scary. And keep in mind, I lived on the 6th floor of this apartment complex, right?
So you were in a high rise?
No, I was in the mid rise, and then after that, I moved to Sugarland here.
yeah.
Bought a house here.
Wait, so
Yeah.
how are people throwing shit at your house if you were in a mid rise?
They somehow got in.
And they were like coming up to your door?
Yes, they. You know what doxing is, right? Of course, like
No.
doxing
No,
is like
no.
you're an internet guy. How do you not know?
It's like hacking or
So doxing is basically like somebody, I guess, posting your information online where you live, this, and that.
Fuck.
So they posted that shit online. Like they posted all of my cars. They posted all of everything.
dude, that's
I went in hiding. And, dude, I'm just a fucking club guy.
Did you not call the cops?
No, I mean they
They never thought-
there's nothing they can do.
What do you mean there's nothing they can do? You're getting death threats.
Oh, hey, some guy on the internet said he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, no, dude, that's huge.
Is it?
Absolutely. They can IP track that, find out who these
Oh.
people are. If they're finding out who you are and they're normal people, imagine what like a
Yeah.
proper authority could do.
I guess you're right. I just didn't think of it that way because I was so shell shocked at the time. I just
But also, like
Yeah.
during that time that you were getting these death threats, like BLM was like all of the cops were
Yes.
occupied.
That's true.
yes.
And they
No,
didn't
you're
give a
right. You're
fuck,
right.
bro.
You're right. At the
Yeah.
same time, BLM was
Yeah, Dude, that march in downtown was crazy.
yeah, and I was
bro.
there. I was, it's on my
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I was there. So, for these people
Yeah.
attacking me at the same time, supporting, they were attacking me for having people at my club per occupancy, which the city approved, which TABC approved,
Yeah.
which they went in and said it's okay. And then for them to support a much more bigger
Yeah.
gathering,
Pick a side,
like I
guys.
said,
Pick a side,
like
man.
I said,
Come
it
on.
wasn't convenient.
Okay,
for me.
I hear what you're saying. So you're talking about like crowd numbers.
Crowd
Yeah.
numbers.
How are you gonna attack me for filling up a club when you're filling up the streets with thousands and thousands of people?
Tens of thousands.
And
Okay,
that's
I
the-
hear you.
And that's the thing. We weren't even
Yeah.
filling up the club. It's per occupancy, right?
I
Per
hear you.
occupancy. Like our occupancy was like, let's say 100. We can only get in 15 people, 15%. Okay, we'll only have 15 people. That's what we were doing.
Yeah, I hear you.
But we still got attacked. And it's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Was it, were you the only one associated with Spire that was getting physically targeted?
Yes.
Because he was like the name.
So because you were on the news, was it right after that people like started looking into you?
Oh no, it was after this guy.
Doxed you?
After this guy, this restaurateur guy, basically saw my story, screenshotted it, posted it, and had his cronies attack me. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Damn.
And it was
Damn, dude.
okay, hey guys. I'm sorry, right?
Holy shit.
I remember some of the girls were actually cute. I'm like, hey, what's your number? Hey, come to the club.
Hey, you wanna
Well,
come to Pretty
people that were DMing you?
Yeah, yeah. The people were like that were threatening me. I'm like, hey, you're kind of cute. Like, come out. You know,
Hey,
so
you trying to cut-
this was like,
I'm
You
so
trying to
sorry.
come to
Here's
Hepburn's?
20% off.
You want to come to Hepburn's?
oh my.
Hey, so speaking
nuts,
speaking
dude.
of girls, I think this is a huge topic, right? Because us guys, I want to transition back to the club scene. Us guys, like we're built a different way. You know, like a lot of guys just go to the club and they're like, damn, like I want to fuck my cocktail waitress. Like a lot of guys do that, right? So
Damn.
one of the things that I want to talk about is like, how is the dating in the industry, and how is the drugs in the club scene? Because I know for a fact.
Wait,
That-
dating or drugs? I feel like those are
Both,
two
both.
huge topics.
Okay, so the first thing is there's gotta be like people who work in the same clubs that are like having sex with each other. Like there's no way.
I mean, I'm sure.
Alcohol involved. Like how does that work? Does that complicate work? Like
so
because I know when you work in a common place like a corporate, for example,
can't do that.
you
It's a big
can't.
no-no.
Yeah, you can't do you can't date your coworkers.
Or it's frowned upon.
Yeah,
Or sometimes
I think it's in the contract.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're not allowed to have.
Yeah, I think.
Or I
it's-
think you have to at least, at the very least, bring it to HR and they decide, right?
100%
yeah,
because
yeah.
then it can affect the performance in the business.
Correct.
Okay, so your
Yeah.
question is, how is it dating?
how's the dating in the club scene like together?
Or is there dating and hookups
Yeah.
that go on in the clubs you've worked with, and how does it usually kind of play out?
So
Yeah, this is a dark topic.
That's
I mean,
not
not
even
dark-
dark.
not
It's
dark,
more,
it's
more
just, like,
deep and
Juicy, bro.
I'm not gonna say who, but
Yeah, don't.
I remember this club owner once told me, it's good business to fuck everybody.
Oh shit! Really?
It's good. It's good business to be a man whore.
Like to fuck
in this scene.
Yeah,
Wait,
it did not make sense to me. So I tried it for like, my first year in the club business. Like, dude, I was going all out, right? Like my game was tight. Being a makeup artist, and for like 5 years, I knew how to talk to women, and then like transitioning to club girls. So I tried it out. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of manhoed for a little bit, but I get what he's saying, but it's just not me.
I see that. I can see that side working, but very short term.
Very short term. So now back to your question. What is it like dating somebody as a guy?
But does it happen? Like, does it happen very often where like a guy who works in the same club will date a girl in the same club?
Like a promoter and then a bottle girl or something.
So the answer is yes.
Damn.
Date
Okay.
or hookup or both.
Both.
Okay.
Okay. So I think, so let's just put it this way. Hookups are going to happen
Yeah, 100%.
regardless.
Late night, everybody's drunk. Like,
Exactly.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
The culture is, for the most of the clubs, the culture is work,
Sex
party.
sells. Sex sells.
get fucked up, hook up, whatever. That's the culture, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. But that's the hookup part, okay? Now the dating, that's very difficult. Can you imagine dating a cocktail waitress in the
I
club?
have. I have.
Dating a cocktail
I'm not
waitress?
dating her anymore. I mean, I've dated my fair share of girls that have been in like a Hooters girl or a Twin Peaks person or
Yeah, share
or-
your experience first then.
Yeah.
Dude,
So how does it? What was your experience dating somebody who sells themselves,
as their appearance.
as an appearance, not physically,
Yeah,
but physically appearance? Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's my answer now is going to be a lot different than it was when it happened. Like I was probably 22, 23. I was younger,
Mhm.
so I didn't really know how to like maturely handle a lot of situations. I was more based off of like ego and jealousy.
Yeah.
You know, like, so now if let's just say my girlfriend, if she wanted to do that now, I'm probably not with the right person just because
Correct.
just because I don't want my girlfriend to want to feel like she has to put herself out there like that to make money, when in today's world you can make money in a lot of other ways.
Right.
And with saying that, I have no problem with a girl doing that stuff to make money. You know, sometimes
But would you date one?
I personally wouldn't,
Exactly. So
just because I know the type of stuff she's gonna have to go through and deal with to make her money. You know,
so let me paint you a story, okay? Let me paint you a picture. I'm sorry. You have this hot cocktail waitress that you want to date, okay? You're gonna be seeing her in skimpy outfits. You're gonna be seeing her posting pictures all day long. You're gonna be seeing her flirting with different guys every night. That's her job. I'm sorry, but that's her job.
Yeah, it is.
And then like she has to give her numbers out. And I'm sorry, babe, it's just business, okay?
Damn.
So that's what
Yeah,
dating
dude.
in the club scene is like.
yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, you have to be a fucking alpha male to ignore all of that.
Or be a club owner.
So this is what I did, right? As a host, as a barback, as a small time promoter, okay. I have never dated a club girl. So let me put it out there. I have never dated a club girl.
Okay.
I don't want to because I know where it leads. Okay.
Because you're in the industry.
Because you got to watch out for Joe Schmo who has a lot of money. You got to watch out for fucking Joe Schmo number 2 over here who has a lot more money. And then you got to watch out for Joe Schmo number 3, which is the club owner who's going to fucking fuck your girl.
and has a 10-inch dick.
Apparently, yeah. So, so you got to watch out for all of those things. But like at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of stress dating
100%.
dating somebody
Damn.
in the industry.
Unnecessary stress
Right.
for
So-
everybody involved, even her. You know,
Yeah.
she's gonna have to feel like she has to like, because maybe she really is just about the business and she's just trying to finesse this guy's number to maybe get him to come back, but her boyfriend over there is all insecure and he's just getting jealous.
Right.
You know, like it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. So check this out. So let's say, okay, fine. You're a cocktail. I'll date you. But my thing is, my ex-girlfriend was a bartender, but my goal was to get her out of the
Okay.
club scene, which I did successfully. I got her at the club scene. Perfect. I stayed in the club scene, but I have never dated anybody in the club scene. So fortunately for me, my girlfriend right now, okay, I met her at a club, but she is not a club girl.
Nice.
That's a big one right there. Okay. Yes, she goes out. Yes, she goes have fun. Okay. Only with me when we go out.
Yeah.
But she is not a club girl. Okay. That term club girl, that's, you know, it has a negative connotation. But you have to understand it's just people working
People
to
just
make
wanna-
ends meet.
yeah.
You have to take it at face value.
100%.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I completely agree.
So how about a last part of that would be like, are there a lot of club girls, like bottle girls,
Mhm.
who go to the next level with their clients? Like they fuck their clients. Like, does that happen often?
Before or after?
After. Does that happen often?
I can,
Yes.
yeah. Of course, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Damn.
it happens.
That sucks.
It's not just clubs. Okay, so let's not. And
We're talking about clubs because it's,
Okay,
that's
so
the
how-
scene you're in.
let me put it this way. Let's not put any more negative connotation on club girls.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Damn.
But it happens in every industry.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay,
100%,
it happens in
Yeah.
every industry. But
Even a waitress at a Chinese restaurant will probably fuck her client.
yes.
But that,
So
I mean,
it's just that
you know what I mean?
it's very different in the club scene because there's alcohol involved.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of money involved. There's a lot of shiny things involved. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just more
A bad combination.
It's a bad combination. But
Yeah.
the short answer is yes. But hey, it's good business.
Facts.
It's good business.
I want to
Okay?
ask you this. So, do you see a lot of? Because I know a few girls that are in the scene and they're bottle girls, but they're not drinkers.
Mhm.
Is that typically a problem as far as like their performance?
So let's talk about both sides, okay? You have girls that get stupid drunk. Okay, some owners like that. Some owners don't because they get really sloppy.
Okay.
But at the same time, hey, she looks good, she's hot, she brings people in. They kind of overlook it. This is not corporate, okay? So I would say the closest groups to being corporate, if they already not are, is the Kirby group and the Clay group, okay? Like they're slowly getting to, they're so big to where they have to look at things corporately, okay?
So if somebody gets drunk and gets so fucked up, like, yeah, hey, you got to go home. You got to do this, and that. So there's that one side.
Mhm.
Okay. And the other side is the girl doesn't drink at all completely. That's kind of hard because, like me, I don't drink. Like normally I don't drink. I don't get fucked up. Yeah,
As we take
is,
shots.
yeah, this is fine. This is kind of, this is okay. But like,
Bring it
I
out.
don't drink in the club because I have to watch my money, right? I have to watch what's going on.
Mhm.
But if Daniel buys me a shot, that's money to the bar I can't refuse. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah.
No, explain that.
He gets a cut.
No.
No, he
It's-
doesn't because it's coming from the bar.
Oh.
Yeah, but as an owner, okay, as an owner, now that I'm looking at the bigger picture, I will not deny a shot or a drink from somebody because that's ultimately more money to the club, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
If
so
you're the owner, yeah.
So for the girls, that's a little bit tough because like, hey, I'll buy more bottles if you take a shot, if you drink.
Exactly.
It's rough, man. Like at the end of the day, like these girls, like these bottle girls, these club girls, they put in a lot, man. They put up with a lot.
I can,
Yeah, they do.
and that was
Okay.
that
Women
was
got
I was
patience,
honestly segueing to that question
Mhm.
because I was gonna say like, I see a lot of these girls cycle through. It's very short lived, and some of them are there for a long time.
Yeah.
But I feel like these people got to be getting harassed 24/7.
Oh, dude.
It's got to be exhausting to post this type of stuff. Like literally put themselves out there so much to bring these clientele of
It
people
is,
in.
man. It is.
Yeah.
It's and now with social media the way it is, and believe it or not, like I've had stalkers. I've had 3 stalkers.
Wow.
Okay, and all of them are good looking, of whatever.
I can't
but
even imagine what they go through. Though. That's got to be rough.
I mean, I've moved I think 4 times in the past year just because of people stalking.
That's nuts.
Okay, that's why as soon as somebody finds out where I live, I'm gone. Okay, it's danger, right? But yeah, these girls put themselves through a lot just to get that money, and that's why a cocktail has a short lifespan because it's not supposed to be a career. It's supposed to be make your money. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like these cocktails make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year at fucking 18, 19, 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. But the thing is, with the clout culture,
And that's also just a few days a week.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's like 3 days a week. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's
Thursday-
nuts.
Thursday,
and they're
Friday,
partying at the
Saturday.
same time.
That's a bachelor's degree.
yeah.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
So most people work full time to get that kind of money.
Yeah.
Okay, and these young girls are making that much money plus whatever extras they're making as tips or gifts they're getting. Okay, with no degrees
Yeah.
or they're still studying, and then it stops.
yeah.
Okay, and then it stops. What are you? You can't be a cocktail forever. What are you gonna do?
Mhm.
Okay, and that's where the memes come in. Oh yeah, they become
Real estate agent.
real estate.
Oh my God. So fucking true, bro.
And I just explained the whole connection. Full circle.
Yeah.
So that's when the real estate agent comes in. Hey, shit. That's when the apartment locators come in. you know?
Right.
So
And you
like
can make bank there.
you can make bank there, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like what
Hey,
these
remember
girls-
that one time you bought a bottle from me? You want to buy a house? We worked so well together.
Jeez.
So that's
Is there guys that can be? Is there bottle guys?
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna give him a shout out. I think there's like. I mean, the only one I can think of is one, and it's Zach Kopecki from the Clay Group, and he's fucking excellent.
Wait. So what is Nico? A promoter?
He's a host. He's a host.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But he does, he brings bottles out also, and he's one of the greatest showmen I've ever.
No, I can imagine he plays all the roles because
He
he
does,
can
he
kill it at
does.
anything.
He killed it at anything.
Yeah,
That's why
Nico is amazing.
he was such an asset, man. He was
Yeah.
such an asset. But to close it up, yes, cocktails have a short lifespan. You're not supposed to make it a career. Okay, like make your money, study, do something else. Okay, you gotta.
OnlyFans. Next.
But yeah, so but what's happening is with this clout culture we're on right now. Oh, I want this Louis bag or whatever. I want
Yeah.
this like picture in a fucking private plane.
Yeah.
They spend all their money and they get stuck in life. Okay, and then they try to find a sugar daddy or whatever. Just don't do that.
Okay. Wow. That's great, bro. The insight's really, really cool.
I just
for
explained the meme.
sure. Literally.
I mean,
you
a lot of this
literally-
stuff I feel like I kind of knew, but I feel like you kind of break it down to like make it real and like really
Yeah.
give us like
Yeah.
a inside perspective. It's cool,
we see,
dude.
yeah, we see it, but that's part of us being grown up and like
Yeah.
into business, and we kind of understand like
It's
the
like
clout the clout culture and the
It's
the
really
grittiness.
perspective, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go inside the rabbit hole, but you have to learn how to get out also.
It's
Yeah.
hard to get out.
Okay. But the thing is, people that go inside the rabbit hole, they stay in there.
And I think that kind of segues us to our next question.
Uh-oh.
Drugs. Do you think drugs keep people in this scene?
So
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, like I've brought drugs to the club before,
really,
and it's not hard at all. It's not.
okay.
When you talk about drugs, you're talking about Molly and cocaine, right?
Damn, we're really being open, aren't we?
You've brought in drugs to the club?
Not cocaine, but Molly.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Um,
Do you remember the Cascade concert at Spire? I was rolling fucking balls. I was
Bro,
rolling.
like, okay,
Jay-
Cascade, we had like literally 5,000 people in a.
Bro, it was crazy.
Dude, it was fucking
Jay's
crazy.
bodyguard picked me up just to take me to the restroom, bro. I felt
For what?
emasculated. So like our mentor, Big Brother, like every time he goes out to like a big setting or whatever, like he'll bring his guy and
His bodyguard?
Yeah,
he has a bodyguard,
He has
yeah.
a bodyguard.
Wait,
so
the
like,
guy I met?
yeah, yeah.
What, the one that got us his bottle?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So like this dude is like fucking ex-military or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Daniel.
But he's not just like a roided guy. He's really nice, but he's like, I remember we rented the table like right next to like the DJ booth. It's like on the right side where the restroom is, hallway on
Mhm.
Spire.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people. It's just like you can see the oxygen in the air, just like
Dude,
fucking just-
he's not lying. He's not lying.
And I was like trying to go to the restroom and like I was mollied out and I was like, yo, restroom. And he's just like, got you, pick me up.
No,
and then
he's right.
And
He's right.
he walked me to the restroom and then I was coming back and then I was like, I got to go up. And he goes, just places me there.
So
I
let
never
me put
felt
it this way. That Cascade concert was actually fucking scary.
Like
Because-
with the numbers?
as in, it was like Astroworld.
It
Dude,
was
It,
amazing.
it was
bro.
amazing. But the thing is though, like Astroworld, like, you got these fucking teenagers like, yeah, like,
full in rage mode.
but this Cascade one was like more mellow, more chill,
Yeah.
all about love. So nobody was doing any of that shit, but it was packed like sardines.
Mm.
Like it was stupid packed.
Yeah, so talk to us about the whole drug thing. Like how do they like control? I'm not trying to like condone bringing drugs to the club, but I'm saying like I know it's there, obviously.
Well, obviously it's there.
Yeah,
How did they get it? I don't know.
it brings business to the club scene.
If movies are to be believed, sure.
Yeah,
Clubs are money laundering business for drug cartels or whatever.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But I don't think that's the case in Houston. I don't think so. I don't do drugs, so I
Yeah.
don't really have much insight on that. But whatever you're saying is,
Yeah.
yes, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
that happens.
Like
Okay.
I didn't pop the Molly in Spire. I just like popped it and then I was there.
Well, you said you brought it in. It was easy
you said
to
you
get
brought
in.
it in. So,
fine.
yes, people do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't judge. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But you obviously don't condone it. Or you can't condone it being in your business,
I
right?
can't condone it. I don't condone it because I don't like anything that will fuck with your health that hard. Okay. And unfortunately, I have seen people OD. I have
Oh,
seen people
yeah.
pass out.
Yeah.
And I would literally get on the mic like, hey, is there a doctor in the house?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's fucking
yeah.
crazy. I've seen that happen. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm very careful when it comes to that. So even when people ask me like, hey, where can I find this? I'll give you money. I don't even get near that. I say, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to keep yourself away from that to be safe, because even if you say, hey, if he asks me, hey, do you know where I can find Molly? Oh, that guy. Fucking cops coming. I can get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but to answer your question, like, are there drugs in the club? Yes, but there's also drugs in offices. Okay, there's also drugs in every sort of business.
yeah, I got friends that do a bump of cocaine before they go to work in a office.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So it's just clubs get a bad rap.
Yeah. Just because it's a gritty industry, bro.
But like what y'all don't understand is, or what everybody doesn't understand is the work that goes into opening a nightclub. Like it's more
Yeah.
professional than you think.
Yeah, the structure that you're speaking of, there's a lot of trust factor involved too.
Yes,
It's,
absolutely.
it's an
You have-
amazing business.
You have to have the structure with people with a level-headed mind to bring in the people that are wanting to do drugs and just, excuse me, like I'm trying to word this properly. You have to have a proper structure to support these crazy types of people coming in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You are correct. So let me put it this way. So like,
I'm not explaining it right, but
I know, but I know what you're talking about. Have you been to Vegas?
I have.
Okay, have you been to Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you take a piss in Vegas, in the stalls, it clearly says, okay, we do not condone drug use. If we see you doing drugs, you will be kicked out.
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
Never seen that.
Because you were probably drunk, right?
No, I wasn't even of age. I was probably
Oh.
like 18, 19.
So when you go
he
out-
wasn't of age to piss
So-
in the
In Vegas, they're stupid strict about drugs.
Yeah.
Like they're not even gonna fuck with that shit.
yeah, they tap your wallets and shit,
Yes.
bro. It's pretty crazy.
They what?
They like get your wallets and shit because you could slip like a bag of cocaine in your
Mhm.
fucking credit card slot.
Oh,
They
wow.
like look at your wallet, make sure it's not like, I mean, it's when there's hundreds of people, they're not like looking through every nook and cranny, but they're doing their best.
Yeah.
Like before you get in, they'll kind of like
Yeah.
really search you.
Yeah, like your purses, they'll like zip it and they'll look at it. It's
Wow.
pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, a club recently opened up back in October called Sakai. And they were run by the Vegas management team. And
Sakai Day and Night, right? I see
Yeah,
a lot
Sakai
of
Day
people.
and
Okay,
Night.
I heard a lot about that.
So, when I went to the restroom, it was the first time I saw, like, hey, don't do drugs, you will get fucking kicked out.
Mhm.
So it's slowly coming to Houston to where they don't tolerate drugs anymore. Okay.
So have you seen it get kind of worse over the years? Like slowly
Actually,
more and more?
no.
Or it's kind of dying down?
It's actually dying down because back in the day, like let's say 2012, 2013, I would have 6 guys just come up to me, hey, try my blow.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, hey, if you like this, buy it. Now there's none of that. So I'm happy it's going that direction.
That's good.
Okay, I'm very happy it's going that direction. Back in the day, you had like 1,000 plugs. You can't even find one.
Yeah.
I can't even name a single person that sells drugs. So
Yeah,
I'm
me
happy
neither.
it's heading that direction.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, because unfortunately, back in the day, like yes, I've had friends that OD'd and died of whatever drugs they're using.
Yeah.
Okay, and I remember one year, I think this was 2015, I had 7 friends die. Can you imagine 7 friends like passing away? Can you imagine going to a funeral 7 times in a year because you of this from the same industry? Okay. Last year I only went to 1, and hopefully this year I go to none. So it's getting better.
Yeah, last year
It's
was sad,
getting
bro.
better.
That was sad.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's kind of shift away from that, that part. But let's talk about the business side, the real business side. Like, what does it take? Because now I would consider you, the upper echelon now. Because back in the day, you're like bottom of the totem pole, right? You started as a
was.
bar back. You made your way up manager. Now you're opening your own clubs. So talk to me about what it takes to open like a big venue like that, like Pretty Liar or things like that.
So when I left the Clay Group, I opened a club called Vault.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, so
Vault
it's
downtown.
yeah, Vault downtown. It's an underground nightclub. Yeah, it's actually it's pretty cool. It's still open, so I'm not part of it anymore. I sold it off. That experience was kind of easy because it's just like, hey, buy in and then run it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the easy part. But you're asking, what does it take to open a major nightclub?
Yeah.
A major
It
lounge?
seems like what you're doing is it's not just, I mean, obviously it's not just one club. It's a 3-pronged thing. Like, speak
Yeah,
to me
man.
about that.
So anybody can open a nightclub. Okay, there used to be a term back in the day called a $100,000 paint job. You basically rent a suite, spend like $100,000 on tables, booths, speakers, whatever, and
get
you have a nightclub,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
what they call a $100,000 paint job.
Mhm.
Anybody can open a nightclub. Let me stress this, okay? But it's bringing the people in. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have enough money in the bank to open a nightclub, but do you guys have the talent to bring the people in? Okay. So that's what it takes. Okay. It's not just about the money. You have to have the experience. You have to have the connection. You have to have the talent to bring people in,
The culture behind you.
the culture behind you. Okay.
It's very interesting too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can open up a gym.
Yeah.
Do I know enough people that will support me to go to my gym? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like you can open up your own gym and you have enough people that know you and support you to keep it alive.
So you're saying you don't think it's possible to organically build that up, or you can't? It just takes a lot of time and money.
So the organic part comes after. Okay, it comes after opening the club, right? So the question is, what's the process of opening a nightclub, right?
Mhm.
Is that the question?
That's kind of yeah.
Okay, the process of opening a nightclub is you have to have the experience. Okay, you have to
Understand the business.
understand the business. You have to understand the business.
And there's
okay?
no better way to do it than starting from the bottom
exactly.
and working your way
So
up.
let's put it
you
this way.
fucking started, yeah.
You know,
That's
there was a major nightclub that opened that didn't understand Houston.
what's that?
Okay, I'm just saying there was spots that opened that didn't understand Houston. They blew all this money away, and to make it poppin', but at the end of the day, they couldn't support it because not enough people came in.
Was that Sakai? Because they came from Vegas, right?
I don't think he's trying to say who it was.
Well, because I mean, I heard so much about Sakai, and then I don't hear from him anymore. Like no one goes there anymore. And it was like 6 months. It was a dope ass looking club.
So they opened October, November, December, January. So 4 months, something like that. So let me expand on Sakai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not throwing shade. You're just
Oh,
kinda,
no.
Yeah,
Let
you're
me
just telling it as is.
So let me expand on Sakai. So Sakai did everything right before they opened. Okay, they had Houston Chronicle hyping him up, like the Vegas guys or the Vegas team is coming to Houston and opening a mega nightclub. And it is a mega nightclub. It is.
So the PR was there.
The PR was there. The PR is
The
something.
money's there. The PR's there.
Shit, dude. The fucking money's there. The PR's there.
Damn.
I mean, everything was there. Okay. But the problem was, and I'm saying this out of respect because I love the Vegas guys. I don't think they understood the Houston market.
Mm.
Miami's Miami.
We have a very strange market.
We do.
I always like analyze this from like a consumer standpoint. There's a lot of culture in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no like you say, Miami's Miami, Vegas is Vegas, LA's LA, but
Mhm.
Houston's like, what is there? You know what I
Houston
mean?
is Houston. So
Yeah, people just go out and that's
the reason why Bottled Blonde, Concrete Cowboy, and all those places that are from the outside, the reason why they're so successful is they understood the Houston market. They moved down here, lived here, and partied here for a year, if not more, and then opened their venues.
that's so cool. Like
Okay.
just to hear that perspective,
Yeah.
that's badass because like you say, anybody can open a photography studio.
You have to understand
Yeah.
your market. You
We
have to understand your
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
It's like, I think the person that understands that the most, I mean, not even the club scene, is like Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
They won't even let you buy a
unless you
franchise
work there.
unless I think it's 10 years.
10 years
And you
work
have
there.
to start from the bottom.
Yes.
because
Wait, you gotta open it. You gotta work there for 10 years.
Yeah, because
Something, yeah.
and you have to be
yeah.
a manager, like a manager, I think, for like 5+ years, because they want to make sure if you buy the franchise,
focus on it.
Chick-fil-A has a brand uphold.
They
Mm-hmm.
fucking
And if
kill
you
it.
don't understand everybody you're gonna hire and understand their role of work, they don't trust you enough to like buy a franchise, which is kind of
Correct.
cool.
That is cool because every Chick-fil-A is popping, bro.
Exactly,
Correct.
and they're all on their shit.
Yeah.
So they want to know if you want to buy our franchise, you're gonna make a ton of money, but you need to understand the business and not just the food business, but Chick-fil-A's business.
Yes.
Everybody's different.
yeah.
It's just how it is, dude.
That's cool.
Mhm.
That's a very interesting perspective.
So to close out Sakai, what they're doing now, to my knowledge, from what I'm hearing, is they're adjusting their game plan, which is good. That's what you need to do. Adjust your game plan.
So they're still open.
Yes, absolutely. They're not closed by any means. They're not closed.
And I'm not saying like I don't know that they're not popping because I don't know them. I just don't know. I don't know any clubs.
Yeah, me neither.
In
Me-
Houston.
I don't go anymore, so I don't know.
So they're not closed whatsoever. I heavily support Sakai. Because I really like them. Okay. I've given them advice, and to which I think they listened for the most part. Now they're switching it up to where what they're doing now is going to be much more successful than the past 4 months. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now, their new postings, their new lineups, their new promoters, they're heading in the right direction to make them money.
Are you consulting?
I think you should, bro.
Uh,
I think after-
Or do you try and like this goes back to what I was saying as far as like or what you said is like we all need to kind of help each other.
Mhm.
Just,
love
do
that.
you not want to give too many people like insider information to like help them succeed and like take over?
Well, the problem is I can give all the advice I want, but I can,
The
but
execution.
it's whether they listen to it or not. And usually they don't listen to it until it's too late. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, we should have listened
Yeah.
to Donovan. We should have done this in the beginning. So the nightclub business is like very egotistical.
Yeah.
Very. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, and coming back to our very first conversation, the Houston people, owners, like instead of fucking cutting each other's throats, stick together. Okay, let's stick together. Let's support each other's businesses. Let's make us stronger, and then we fucking go to other cities and take over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have all these fucking cities, groups from other cities coming in and taking our pie. I get that, but why can't we do the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to understand your market before doing anything.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So let me ask you this: what makes Union State Hospitality so different?
What makes what?
What makes Union State Hospitality?
So Union
that's-
Station
that's
Hospitality is
his
my
hospitality group name.
so
So
you
his holding company.
yeah. So
that
you have
owns the three
you have
clubs.
this you have the
Yeah.
Sakai group, you have the Clay group.
Mhm.
We're Union Station group. Okay, so
Okay.
what makes us different? I think
Aside from your mentality, because it's obviously very like
Mhm.
open-minded, but
so I will just say this as bluntly as I can. What makes us different is we have the experience. Okay, but everybody has experience, right? We understand the market. Okay.
The Houston market.
The Houston market. We understand what it takes to grow, and here's what I said earlier, to grow organically. Okay? We are not trying to compete with anybody. Let's say Sakai came in here, let's just be honest, Sakai came in here to compete directly with another club with a pool. Okay?
okay, we know what pool that is.
Okay, so that was their mentality. They will bring hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of DJs. We'll bring all the people here, and that's their game plan.
Mm.
That's not our game plan. We're not trying to attack anybody. Our mentality is we'll grow organically. We're focused on ourselves, and then we go from there and wherever it takes us. So that's why we're so
I hear
different.
you, know?
Yeah, that's why we're so different. Is with all of our experiences under our belts, we understand that we are here to grow together. We're not attacking anybody. We're here to grow the city of Houston.
And if I understand correctly, when you just explained the attacking
Mm-hmm.
with the whole pool situation, are you saying that you guys aren't trying to steal any other club's ideas?
Nope.
And
No.
other clubs sometimes do
No.
that.
Oh, well, no. I would say-
Or like you're saying they directly tried stealing from this
absolutely.
market by offering some of the same types of services,
absolutely.
but they couldn't replicate the culture that this place provided.
there's that fickle 500 or fickle 1000 crowd that only goes to certain clubs, and everybody wants a piece of that crowd. We're trying to grow that crowd. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that don't go out. Okay, so we're giving them options. Okay, I can proudly say this. I'm very fortunate to say I've worked with almost all of these different club groups to where I know how each and every one of them works.
That's dope.
I know their secrets.
dope
I
shit.
know their game plan. I know how they work. And I'm using that to grow my own company, not to attack them, but to grow ourselves organically,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the difference. You're open-minded, you're mature in that sense. Like, not to say any of these groups aren't mature, but like the open-mindedness makes you a lot more mature, because your thing is like how we kind of think. There's no
Mhm.
such thing as competition. Everybody can eat.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a community,
right.
and like there's a difference between like those people and taking their ideas exactly and just copy and pasting, because you can
Right.
clearly see it. Like, oh, it's another club with a pool. Wonder who else has that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, look, we could have opened a club with a pool. We have our patio is much bigger than theirs, but no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll have a nice Soundgarden Tulum vibe with DJs we're bringing in from Tulum and international DJs, and it's peaceful. It's fun. You guys can have your banging DJs over here and there. We'll provide options to other people that don't want that.
Like a classier type of vibe. Yeah.
Sure, classier or more
Yeah.
chill, but
Just different.
just different. That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't have to attack you don't need to open a venue to attack somebody. Just
Yeah.
open a venue, grow yourselves, go from there.
So how does it feel to be like on the opposite side of the spectrum now?
As an
Yeah, you're about to be but you say you were already, a nightclub owner with Vault, but like, how does it feel? Well, I guess you don't know yet because it's not open yet. But you're
well,
about
I
to.
mean, but at the same time, I'm already, how do I say this? Experiencing what
Seasoned.
it is to be a club owner before the club opens.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dope.
it's very different because back in the day, like let's say I'm a promoter, right? I'm a host. My main job is to bring girls in. You know what I mean? Bring the crowd in. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this girl. I'm gonna bring her. She's hot. But that was the mentality. But now it's not like that anymore. The mentality now is like, look, you have to see the bigger picture. Okay, you have to put fires out. You have to put a lot of different hats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and because you want to grow your business. Okay, so I think that's the biggest difference is instead of seeking that quick pleasure, you go for the suffering to get the bigger picture perfect, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's how I think
Okay.
too. 100%.
So but yeah, so now instead of focusing on the little things, you have to focus on the bigger things. It's very different being a club owner, and not of one but 3 spots. Okay,
that's
you-
fucking big.
yeah, it's crazy. It's
hundreds of employees.
Same investors for all 3?
we don't have
Or sorry, just partners.
we don't have any investors. I would say we have partners, if that
Yes,
makes sense.
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Is it the same? Yes, they're all the same. It's literally just us and a few partners, and we're all invested in the same
That's dope.
block. Yeah, so we keep it clean.
That's good.
We keep it clean. Like, so if we want to expand on investors, like, yeah, so there are different investors in every club for the most part. Not with us, but with other teams, and that's fine. That's how business works. But with us, we're fortunate enough to where we kept it small, and there's only one chief or 2 chiefs, and that's us, and we will run it and we will grow it as we see fit.
Dope.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of all the questions I have for the club industry. I want to move into like another topic that's really interesting.
What?
So in,
I don't know.
So in 2020, Jay's birthday. Remember Jay's birthday at that restaurant in the Galleria? You guys asked me about the Airbnb business.
Oh,
So the rental arbitrage business. I really want to hear a little bit about that. I think you guys asked me for like 75,000. No, actually, I was like, hey, I offered. I was like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys $75,000. But I think at that time you guys already had like 10 or 12 Airbnbs. So a lot of people, because a lot of people like see Airbnb as like, okay, you have to own the home, but there's a new term on the block. It's called rental arbitrage.
Rental arbitrage.
Talk to me a little bit
yes.
about that, and I think that's a really interesting thing that people should. You want another shot?
are you gonna take another one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll take one.
It's like a
Yeah.
pee break, if you don't mind. Is
Oh
that
yeah,
cool?
go
Yeah,
ahead.
go
We'll
ahead.
take a pee break.
Where's the restroom, man?
Left.
All right.
Let's take another shot before we start this last part, because this is the juicy one. I like this one.
Now this one I can
Bro, how you going? You not going to cheers, bro?
I'm
You
sorry,
just
I'm
gonna drink it? You don't cheers, bro? Come on, man.
I have some left.
Sponsored by Penta Tequila.
Did someone pour me a shot?
Yeah.
That's my shot.
Yeah. Pass the dotted line.
Bruh.
Go heavy. Go more. This shit's strong, man.
I think I'm supposed to go to the gym after this anyway.
You're gonna what? Really? Damn.
It was
Cheers.
nice meeting you, Donovan.
Yeah.
We'll party soon.
I'll be a pretty little liar.
Yeah, let me get some of that.
Oh God.
February 10th. One party animal.
Oh, you guys open up February 10th?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are already opening super quick.
Yes.
So are all the renovations like pretty much done?
Oh, dude, yeah.
It looks fucking legit.
Wait, do you
Yeah.
have pictures of the inside or just the drone shot?
Dude, I'm gonna promote the fuck out of that for
Please, thank
you.
you.
Yeah, like especially like the week, because I'm definitely gonna go there. I'm gonna go there with Jess and shit. Because actually next week's her
Jess?
birthday.
You ain't
we'll
gonna go
take
to no
her-
club?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's
she's
our
pregnant.
Homies. It's our homies. She ain't gonna drink, but
Oh.
so next week is Jess's birthday, so it's perfect. And then the week after we can go to the
Yeah,
club.
let's fucking do it.
Yeah,
right.
so resuming the podcast, I want to talk about this rental arbitrage thing because I feel like it's huge.
Okay.
So deliver that a little bit about us, because to us, and let us know kind of how you got into that, what you're currently doing. Because I see your stories, bro. This shit is crazy. People are squatting and shit. Yeah, we'll go through that. We'll go. Yeah, it's crazy. We'll go through that story. But yeah, I mean, talk to us a little bit about it. Like, how many Airbnbs do you currently own? Like, how do you get into it?
Okay, so damn, I should have had a reality show with this. Okay, so the Airbnb business.
Yeah.
So I actually got into it during pandemic. Okay. I started with Turo, renting cars out. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're really not making a lot of money on Turo unless you have a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it at least gets your car paid off. So you can have your dream car, you can have whatever fleet you want and get it paid off through Turo, right? Which is fine.
Yeah.
And then, we're both in the energy business. I had a friend who kept telling me, hey, turn the power on for these 10 apartments. Next week, hey, turn the power on for these 10 apartments. And then the next week, hey, turn the power on for these 30 apartments. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have so many apartments? Oh, I do Airbnb. I look the guy up. I'm like, shit. He does. Because if somebody thinks Airbnb, to somebody who don't know, you think of a house and you're renting a room.
Yeah, that you own, or like a room. Yeah,
or like a room. That's what you think of Airbnb. But there's actually people out there, such as myself now, that rent apartments and then Airbnb it.
And that's the definition of rental arbitrage.
That's the definition of rental arbitrage. You rent something and then you re-rent it for more.
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes, if they allow you.
Yeah.
So before you sign a lease for an apartment, you have to pre-disclose to them that you're going to be doing renters arbitrage?
So, sorry if I do that. So, no. Ultimately, in Texas, you're not allowed to do that. It's not a law in Texas.
To what?
To, hey, can I Airbnb my apartment? That's not a law.
It's not a law to ask?
It's not a law it's not a law completely to where it's prohibited.
To where you're leasing a lease.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Renting a lease out.
You're subletting.
So
subletting, that's a better term.
Okay.
Subletting is not prohibited. Okay. It is not illegal.
Yeah.
But can the apartment kind of decide whether or not they want to?
It's an agreement between you and the apartment.
Gotcha.
That's the contract they're having you sign. So do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a mid-rise.
Okay, so I live in a mid-rise too. That contract that you signed, the lease agreement, that's not a law in Texas. That's an agreement between you and the leasing office.
Correct. But doesn't that supersede the law?
No, but here, let me put it this way. If you want to Airbnb an apartment, if you go to an apartment and say, let's say you're an apartment property manager, right? Like, hey, bro, can I rent an apartment and Airbnb it? What are you going to say? No, because your lease agreement says you can't do that.
Okay.
But if I come to you and say, hey, bro, I want to rent 10 apartments.
Right.
Okay?
It's kind of hard to turn that down.
I want to rent 10 apartments, but I want to be able to Airbnb it. They'll be like, oh, shit, fuck, man, 10 apartments, fuck. That will make me look good. That will...
And they'll get a good commission.
That will increase my occupancy rate. Like, Jesus Christ, like maybe I can get like 2 a month, but this guy's wanting 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then they're going to start thinking a different way. I'm like, shit. Okay, look. We'll let you sign a standard agreement, and then we'll make another agreement that says I will let you do Airbnbs.
Wow.
Okay.
You have to have a lot of money to, I guess, get approved for that much, though.
Everybody listen. This is exactly what I did. Okay. My first, this was during pandemic. Okay. So no club job. I can't go to fucking energy clients because everybody's on quarantine. So I hate talking on phones. So I did Turo and then I did Airbnb. What I did was I went to an apartment complex. I rented an apartment. I didn't give a fucking shit. I just fucking put on Airbnb. Okay?
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell type shit.
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
They didn't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a leasing, they have like a hall monitor and shit. Just
right.
Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing though. They do. Now they do. The big ones they do. They literally, there's documentaries on YouTube to where they specifically have people like, let's say Graystar, Windsor, Camden's.
Oh, like the management systems?
Yeah, they literally look at Airbnb and look for listings.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they look for listings that look like their place, and then they rent it. And then when you go to meet them, yeah, I work for Camden. You can't do this shit.
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
And that's happened to me once.
Really?
It happened to me one time, just one time.
Oh, damn.
Okay, and that was fucking crazy. I'm like, I'm the security for the Camden properties, and you can't do this shit. And I'm like, oh,
But did you get paid though?
yeah. So basically what I did was like, I basically, you know, took the listing off and then, you know, got out of the
lease.
because I didn't want to own my credit. But what you're asking is, how do you get started in the Airbnb business like I do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at my prime, I had 35 apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Me and my ex-girlfriend, we built,
You were fucking exhausted.
dude, we
Yeah.
built every single apartment by ourselves.
I saw you. Would,
Like what? Designed it, interior design?
No, as in built.
he would go to Walmart and buy furniture for every single Airbnb, and he would put the furniture together, and they would clean the apartment.
Dude, I lived in
Yeah.
IKEA.
Yeah.
But were you making good money?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Okay. But here's the
Yeah.
problem, though. Okay, here's the problem. So and my partners and investors will hear this if they watch it. But the problem was my eyes got too big. Okay, it was part of the business plan. I'm not gonna say, you know, it was part of the business plan.
What do you mean your eyes got too big?
Like big picture.
Big picture.
Mm.
I started with one, and then I got a second one, and then I got a third one, and then I got a fourth one, and then it ballooned to 35 units with 4 people running it. It's me, my housekeeper, which is my ex-girlfriend, and then 2 other house cleaners that she hired on. Okay. My phone, I would get 1,000 messages with Airbnb on my phone. So within a span of a year, less than a year, I built 35 apartments by myself. I have built so many fucking beds. Like you can call me a carpenter. Okay. Like I spent
Wow.
literally days at Walmart and IKEA because, you know, we got funding because they saw we were profiting anywhere from $750 to $1,000 an apartment.
Wow.
Okay.
A month?
A month.
Okay.
Profit. Now imagine 35 units.
35,000.
Yeah. So
Wait. So your profit was only $750 a month per apartment.
yeah,
So this is a volume game.
it's a volume game.
Yeah.
It's a volume game. It could be more than that if you actually focus. But like I said, you know, the business plan was to get so big
Yeah.
to where we get bought out. That was the business plan.
So that was your
Okay.
net profit though.
Yes,
Okay.
net profit. So
Still pretty good.
it's still pretty good. But the thing is, here's where it kind of got shaky, and now we're trying to right the boat. I did this during pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were getting these bookings during the pandemic?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
People weren't booking
people did
hotels;
not
they're
give-
booking Airbnbs. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I've never seen an Airbnb for an apartment though.
I've seen a lot.
That's
That's
crazy.
where I rent when I go to Austin.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
So,
apartments.
do you want to pay $99, or let's say, do you want to say $50? Do you want to spend $50 for a hotel room for 200 square feet, which is literally this big, or do you want to spend $60 for a full apartment
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you get a kitchen.
and you get a kitchen? Yeah.
No,
Which one
I
do you
mean,
want?
it makes
Yeah.
sense. I've
Yeah.
never personally seen that. And the apartments you were getting, were they pretty like average apartments, or were they like
Oh no, they were luxury. They were nice and luxury apartments.
Yeah.
So how was I able to get to 35 units
correct?
when my first one or second one I got caught? Okay. My friend was actually vice president for what do you call this? Property management company. And he let me do it. Okay, so that was my easy way in. So he let me Airbnb his places. Hey, I need one more. Hey, I need 2 more. Hey, I need 3 more. I'm helping him out. I'm getting apartments at his properties.
Correct.
Okay, so basically 35 units. That was with, you know, Hilltop Residential and Camden. Okay, so basically I had friends that work in the apartment complexes, and I told him, I'm going to do this, and I will take a lot of apartments. Okay, which worked great for a little bit. But then the problem is you can't really monitor the kind of people that
Renting the
that
place?
rent it. You have to look at their reviews, and mostly they're 5 stars, but shit, you don't know if they're going to throw a party.
Mm.
Okay, you don't know if they're going to throw a party.
Oh shit.
Okay. Next thing you know, you're getting complaints nonstop. And I was actually in multiple cities. I was in Houston, I was in Austin, I was in Dallas. Okay. And I was running everything from this phone, from one phone.
Yeah, I remember
Okay.
we were at Arby's and shit, and your phone was like, "Do-do-do-do-do-do." I was like, bro, what the fuck is that?
Airbnb, bro, like I'm fucking
Yeah.
dying over
We
here.
were sitting at
Yeah.
Arby's.
So basically I set up 10 apartments in Dallas. It was getting booked constantly, nonstop. Okay.
Damn.
I had to so how do these people get in the apartments? Like I would set up lock boxes outside the apartment.
So it's
And-
obvious.
And
then,
I'm
yeah.
fucking hoping
Oh shit.
when they check out, they put the key back in, because if it's not, then I'm fucked. Then I have to tell the guest, hey, go to the front office, get a new key. Then that's money out of my pocket. So I met with 2 housekeepers in Austin, in Houston, in Dallas, to basically run my shit over there. I send them what cleanings to do, okay? And then they basically clean the apartments, and then I just send. So basically, I don't meet with any
physical people.
No, I don't. I just send them the instructions. They go to the lockbox and they go in. That was it.
Why not just get like a digital pad put on the door?
Because the digital pad is inside the apartment complex. You have to get in from the outside. You need a key fob, right?
So where are you putting the key fob for them to grab?
In the lockbox outside the apartment. I'll have to find a place somewhere outside the apartment. So check this out. If you go to
you're just putting that shit on a random door?
Yeah, bro. No, on let's say the let's say the garage, like the garage apartments, like the railings. I would put if you
fuck, like on a staircase, like.
Man, I'll show you a picture later.
Walk to 2nd floor.
Hey,
2F column.
You'll see a dusty Toyota Corolla.
Yes,
it's
bro.
on the left
dude,
tire.
It was fucking ridiculous, man. Like I would.
No one was sketched out by that.
No, because that's how Airbnb is.
Yeah, Airbnb.
That's how Airbnb is.
It is. It is really sketchy. It is.
Yeah, I've been on one Airbnb and like,
So okay, you've been in one Airbnb. Was it a house or an apartment?
It was a sketchy house.
Okay, I'm assuming the owner met you.
Yeah.
To give you the keys, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do that shit. I was like, hey, the keys behind the dumpster. Good luck.
Well, he lived across the street.
Okay, so let's say
he walked over.
Let's say this is an Airbnb. I will find a spot somewhere outside where I can put a lockbox,
like the fucking tree,
like the tree, and then exactly.
But to do it at someone else's apartment complex is hilarious.
So the next time you go, okay, you live in a mid-rise, right? Where at? If you don't mind me asking.
Not Novel River Oaks.
Okay, so
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah, bleep that out. So go the next time you go there, look around your garage, look around your apartment complex. You will see lockboxes. I promise you.
Really?
I promise you somebody's doing Airbnb at your apartment complex. I promise you.
Because your place is really nice.
Yeah,
it is.
I can't imagine like they would like the approval process. I feel like would be the hard part unless you had a connection. And how are you getting approved for 35 apartments?
But that's what he say. His friend, his buddy.
Yeah,
So you're not signing leases?
No. So normally when you rent an apartment, you put it under your name, right?
Correct.
Okay, you provide your pay stubs and all that shit. I didn't have to do that because all I had to do was show my bank account.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. This guy makes good money. We'll never have to.
Is his friend too? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, but
it's all under your credit, right? It's all filed under you.
Your credit really doesn't matter, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's literally your pay stubs or how much money you make. Okay, I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm not. Okay,
that's how I got into mine because like I'm a entrepreneur. Like I work for myself, so I didn't have pay stubs to show anybody.
What did you show?
My bank account.
Exactly. You show your bank account.
And like, okay, you're good.
Okay, you're good. Exactly. So I showed him my bank account, and there you go.
Bro.
No, but it was like I think you had to show proof of at least like
6 months of rent or some shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what I had to do.
David got it like that.
Jeez.
No, you show your bank account. You show you have enough money to cover at least 2 months' rent, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay, so I was up to 35 apartments, and then that's when when things kind of went shaky because the tenants we were
before we get in the tenants, I want to talk about the finances. So $750 to $1,000 net profit a month, 20 units. So you're making about $20,000 a month in net profit, which is great. Talk about how much it costs to set up each.
About $10,000.
Okay, so $10,000. So you kind of subtract that. Wow, well, that's a lot.
Let's use you as an example.
Okay.
Okay. So how much is your rent?
A lot, like around 3,000.
What?
Yeah, bro. He got it like.
How many bedrooms do you have?
One.
Where do you live?
Oh, don't say it.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, so okay. So $10,000 a month, right?
It's ridiculous.
So
what?
Okay, so $10,000 a month, right? Span it across a whole year. Okay.
Okay. So
but what were you expecting, and where were you gonna go?
I was expecting you to say 1,800 max for one bedroom.
Fuck, I wish, dude.
That's what I tell him. I'm like, bro, you're fucking, you're getting.
It's ridiculous.
Shocked.
Yeah, no, I'm moving out after this.
Okay,
it's nice and it's luxurious and the amenities
but it's
are great.
not worth that.
It's fucking nowhere near worth.
Okay,
that.
so check this shit out. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so when you rent an apartment, you pay, the prorated rate, whichever. Let's say you went in the first, so that's $1,500. Okay, then your down payment. Okay, that's let's say another $400. Then the fucking admin fee.
pet fees and
all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're easily over $2,000 now. Then your insurance, because you have to have renter's insurance.
Mhm.
Okay, and then your internet, and then your all electricity.
I didn't even. Wait, are you filing renter's insurance all under you?
Yeah,
Oh, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
exactly. So on top of that, and then you have to buy your furniture.
Which is maybe about $7,000-8,000.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine most of it would come.
So
from
you're sitting at $10,000
up.
to fill up one bedroom apartment.
So what are your percentage of bookings you would say on average?
So in the beginning, we were coming out of COVID. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking know this
Wait,
shit was.
if it costs $10,000 to do all this, you aren't even seeing your return back for like a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, and you only did it for how long?
I'm going into my second year now.
But that's tax deductible, David.
Well, I know, but still,
Yeah,
but like
that's a
as
good
far
thing
as
about it.
profits go to like make money, you're not really making much till this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, everything was going good because we were coming out of COVID, and then holy shit, that motherfucker stayed around. Okay, now you had Delta, you have fucking Omicron,
Megatron, and shit.
and then Megatron's gonna come around the corner. Okay,
Right.
okay.
Then Optimus Prime.
Then fuck it. Then the Decepticons will come on.
Bumblebee,
Right?
fucking Bumblebee.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Every time COVID is on the news, bookings stop completely.
Okay, so
Wow.
let's just say right now, okay, so COVID has been around for a while, and a lot of Texans are kind of just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it anyways. What is your average booking you would say right now?
Before I answer that question, it's not the Texans you have to worry about.
it's people coming in.
It's people coming in.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
See,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
getting
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
people coming in. It's people
Tourists,
traveling. It's the
tourism and shit.
tourists.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the
Seeing their
tourists coming
family
in.
and shit, yeah.
Exactly.
because you're in big cities. You're in Houston, Austin, and Dallas.
Exactly. So that's the problem. It's like every time COVID is on the news,
No one's traveling.
nobody's traveling. I got fucked.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, so now I'm bleeding $20,000, $30,000 a month.
Ugh.
Okay, so I'm like, shit. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Right. So, the Dallas ones, dude. Dallas, like it was booking nonstop. Like it was fucking crazy in
Going to
Dallas.
Dallas, bro.
Dude, Dallas is a beautiful city, bro.
Yeah,
like
and people travel there because people are always coming there because they're
Like
airport.
work
It's
and
it's one of the
traffic,
biggest airports.
it's a hub.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. It's
yeah.
huge.
Dallas, like as much as I don't hate the city. I don't hate the Cowboys.
What city in Dallas? Or what?
I was in
Towns subdivision.
Deep Ellum. I was in Deep Ellum area.
Is
Oh,
that
okay.
like the
Richmond,
burbs?
Deep Ellum area. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the burbs?
No, not burbs, but like
It's a wealthy area.
It's
though.
a very wealthy area.
Yeah.
My complexes was next to State Farm's headquarters.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a wealthy area.
It's a wealthy area. So, the problem was all of my fucking guests were ratchet.
Jeez.
Their profile pictures look good, but they were ratchet as fuck.
So like when you say that, just like what would happen in the apartment?
As in, they would throw parties.
Jeez.
They would They would throw parties so hard they would bother the neighbors.
Mm.
I had a fucking tenant that left a dog in there for a month.
Wait, what?
Yes,
You had a guy rented out from you for
I
a
had
month?
he rented it out for a month just to keep his dog in there and came in every day to feed him.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Like I'm a dog person. Look,
Yeah.
I'm an animal person.
What the
And then-
fuck?
Same.
That fucker pissed and shit everywhere.
Why? Wait, where was this guy living then?
I have no idea. We had to replace every furniture and the carpets because it stunk like high hell.
And
But
you
you're-
can't charge him that? Fees?
Yes, no, we did. So
Okay.
it costed us a little over $5,000 to clean everything up, which thankfully you have to take pictures of all the damages. You have to take pictures of everything, and then you file a claim with Airbnb.
What the fuck?
Dude, some people are just retarded. If he's not there and a dog's just running around, like
Bro, it was insane.
Like
Like,
he rented it out just for his dog to
dude,
stay.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Why not
this-
put him in a doggy daycare? Like at that point.
this fucking dog pissed and shit everywhere, bro. Like
That's
he
crazy.
chewed up the TV, he chewed up the fucking. You know when
he
you
chewed up the TV.
yes, when you leave an animal in, they will chew everything up.
So what's okay? So give me your craziest story because I know what story it is, but yeah,
Okay, the craziest story,
it's fucking bananas, bro.
bro, and they're both on my Facebook. I have two crazy stories. So you can have offline B&B bookings, right? Like after, let's say you book for me, and then hey, I want to stay at your place again. You don't go through Airbnb, you go through me directly.
So there's no
Ah.
fees.
So there's
and
no
stuff.
fees, right?
Yeah.
You save like $200, right?
Mm.
So
Do you save money too if they go offline like that?
yeah, because it's more money for me.
Okay.
Airbnb doesn't take the cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's okay. I got you.
So my first crazy story was 3 actually, and my third apartment was in the ghetto.
Okay.
In the Galleria. I'm not afraid to say Chateau Dijon. Okay. Very old apartments. I had a 2-bedroom over there. And this girl is 2-bedroom, right? This girl was like, hey, I don't have any money yet, but I'll have it by tomorrow. But it didn't come in. Hey, dude, you need to get the fuck out because I got bookings saying me in a few days. Like, well, hey, no, I'll pay you cash. I'll double it, because she was waiting for her sugar daddy to pay her, right?
Oh my God.
But no, there's actually 3 girls, and they're like fucking 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm like,
In the place?
in the place, and I don't meet with my tenants. I
Yeah.
don't. Okay. She starts sending me pictures. I'm like, damn, she's actually really fucking hot. You know? And like, hey, look, I'll pay you in kind.
She said what?
I'll pay you in kind.
She said that to you?
Yes.
What the hell is
She's-
that?
Like,
Suck your dick, fuck you, whatever. So she starts sending me pictures, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm just not that type of guy, right? Even for a club guy, I actually have very high standards. Like, I don't do that. So, and then when the day was supposed to leave,
Mhm.
I go over there to clean because I was cleaning apartments. This bitch was still there, like, and there's 3 of them.
oh.
They were traveling hookers.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, they were traveling hookers. They go from city to city, go to strip clubs and dance, make money, and then move on to another city.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because strippers are independent contractors. They
Yes.
just like work the night of and just leave.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's a
crazy.
big thing in Airbnb. Like,
Well, did you get your money?
no.
Damn.
Did I ask the second question?
Did
I
you get your
paid?
kind?
No. No. Like, these girls, their diet is like Cheetos and chicken wings.
Right. Hot Cheetos and cheese.
Yeah, that was their diet. All right. So like, trust me, it
He's
was
like,
like,
no, I found hot Cheeto bags in every crevice of that place.
I'm like, dude, they were hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but like, dude, you all have to get the fuck out.
Damn,
Okay.
that's fucking crazy.
That sucks though.
bro.
So like they were there for multiple days and you lost bookings.
I lost bookings because they said they were gonna pay. So that was my fault on that because they, But yeah, so that's why Airbnb is kind of like,
I didn't know Airbnb could let someone book until they paid.
no. This was after, like, once you have to pay when you book.
But then they went offline trying to extend it.
They extended on their own accord. Okay, when I was telling them to get out.
So they're just like texting you, like, hey.
Oh yeah, they were sending me pictures, but I was sending it like, dude, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
this girl really wants to fuck me for rent.
Yeah.
Okay, so like,
Yeah,
this is like a
damn.
porn scene. So that's actually real, like,
Yeah.
it actually happens. And it happens
That's crazy.
still to this day.
To you?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why everything is contactless. I don't meet with clients. I don't do that shit. Okay.
That's crazy.
So that's number 1. Number 2 was New Year's last year. I
yeah.
have it on video.
On video? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
let's do this.
He's putting it on his story.
Dude, I was like, I gotta protect myself somehow, right?
Yeah.
So my tenant was gay. He just told me, hey, I'm going to a gay bar and blah 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 blah.
Oh, this is not the one I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So he goes in the apartment in Midtown. There's a homeless guy in there that didn't want to leave.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Okay.
Wait. He walks into his rented space and there's a homeless guy in your house or
Yes.
your apartment?
Yes. How he got in was through the balcony because he was first floor.
Oh
What?
my
Okay.
goodness.
So the guy was like,
Wait. So how did this homeless guy know this place was empty then?
Yeah.
I have no idea. He just figured it out. And I've only had the place for a month.
I guess, they're watching a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like in Midtown, bro, there's so many homeless
Oh
people.
yeah, it's in Midtown.
That's why
Okay, okay.
hey guys, if you're gonna plan on living in Midtown, downtown area, don't get the first floor. Get at least the 5th floor.
That's why
Okay.
I've never lived on the first floor for that exact reason.
Yeah,
Regardless
so-
of where you live.
Yeah, anybody just
Because if someone's going to break in, good luck.
Yeah.
You're not going to carry everything out the front door.
Yeah.
So I was telling him to get out, and this guy was like 6'5". I mean, granted, he's homeless, but he's 6'5",
Yeah.
and this was during New Year's. I have a party to run in my club, so I'm trying to get him out. I called the cops, this and that. They cuffed him and they got him out. Okay, so that was the crazy one. Another crazy one, but I think what you're talking about is when I was yelling at this kid.
Say it. Yeah.
The
The homeless one was kind of funny though.
I completely forgot I had a unit. I forgot to list it because I just had it. So this high school kid, 17-year-old high school kid, was living in there for a month. No, not a month. Like 10 days.
How are these people getting into your apartment?
I don't fucking know.
They see the lockbox on the fucking little pole right there.
So
Let me
like,
break that.
So as we
Gotta
were
be somewhere.
as we were going in the apartment, to clean it, to kind of like, get it ready for listing, I walk in to this kid fucking his girl in
This one.
in my living room, and I'm just like,
But there's no furniture, is there?
there is. I just forgot to list it.
Oh,
Well, no. I listed it, but for some reason, Airbnb didn't make it live, so people couldn't see it. So I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck isn't it booking? So 10 days later, I go in there. So I have 10 units in this apartment complex, right? Everything is booking, but this one complex.
Fucking clapping cheeks,
this
bro.
one space.
And guess what? It's on the first fucking floor. All right. So I go in, and I'm just like, what in the fuck? I fucking went balls crazy. What the fuck is going on in here? What the fuck? Like, and he was like mid fucking, right? Get the fuck out of this place. And the girl, butt ass naked, runs to the other room, grabs something, runs out, a fucking rabbit. And I go, get that fucking rabbit out of here.
She runs naked to go grab her rabbit.
Rabbit, and then, dude, and that was like a quote for like 3 months. Like, Donovan, get that fucking rabbit out of here. Get that fucking rabbit out of here. Like, I was fucking going crazy. Like, I'm like,
They weren't. What were they saying? Were they saying anything?
like he was like, my friend let me in here. Blah, blah, blah. Like he was
His hand's just in his fucking dick in his hand, bro. Like,
yeah, dude. So
mid fuck.
like all of their clothes, all of their shit was in my apartment, and he was like, sir, can I grab my stuff? And I'm like, no. You are not grabbing shit. Everything in here is mine. Like the MacBook, the Xbox, the fucking like Xbox. Oh, dude,
he moved in.
Like he fucking moved in. This fucker was in here for 10 days. Okay,
Someone had to have told him.
I don't know.
That's
but
so
like he
funny.
was completely moved the fuck in.
He got his Xbox. You know he is.
Okay, hey, go to my Facebook later. I'll link you the video.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will fucking laugh your ass off.
Wait, you were holding your phone up? While
Yeah, I
this
was holding my phone up because like if something happens, like I have proof, right?
Yeah.
So, but
She brought a rabbit.
she brought a rabbit. Like I was like, get that fucking rabbit out of here. You're lucky I let that fucking rabbit out of here. So like he had all of his belongings in there, right?
That's so bizarre.
So I posted that story on Instagram, on Facebook, and everybody recognized the kid right away.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So basically, this kid is 17 years old. I forget his name, but he rents Airbnbs and then sneaks back into it again. Okay. So what he did was he had his friend rent one. He had one of his friends rent one of my Airbnbs, use it, and then he found out I have other listings, and he broke in.
Holy shit.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty smart kid.
wait.
Yeah, he's smart. Yeah.
He did what?
Okay. So check this out. You booked an Airbnb through me,
Okay.
but Daniel is staying there. And then Daniel looks at my listings. He finds out I have other apartments in the complex, and he would break in and stay there for free.
But how does he know if there's not like a booking coming in?
That's the risk you have to take.
But can you see like if they're gonna get a booking and you know like you can't be there at the specific time?
Oh yeah, maybe he did do that.
Like, is there a calendar like for your listings for like?
Yeah,
hey,
oh yeah,
yeah,
because you
Airbnb
can see
has
the
a
calendar.
calendar.
You can see if it's booked or not.
Yeah,
So
Airbnb has a
he was
calendar.
basically jumping up and down my fucking apartment complex, just fucking breaking in. Because
Holy
he,
shit.
dude, it was until I finally fucking caught him, right? So,
Dude, that's a smart kid.
dude, so
Pretty smart kid.
I had about 100 messages because everybody knew this kid, and they were
my
sending,
God.
this is his name, this is his MO. He goes to Airbnbs and breaks in. Okay.
Are you pretty tapped in with like the Airbnb community?
Yeah.
And those are the people that are saying this?
No, like when I posted it on my story, and I'm semi big in social media, I guess. Like I used to have like 30,000 followers, and they just recognized the kid. So I have a lot of college followers because when I opened Vault, it was a bunch of college kids, and they just all followed me, right? And they all recognized him. And that's how it happened. So like I said, he was completely moved in. He had his electronics, and he was trying to get all of his stuff. I'm like, nope, these are all mine.
He took his Xbox, bro. That's hilarious.
And what was he saying to that?
He was on his phone. I remember he was on his phone, and my ex-girlfriend was with me at the time because she was the one cleaning. And he jumped into our car and just fucking bolted off.
He just ran past you and
He just ran past me and just bolted off. And I didn't want to touch him. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have his MacBook, I have his Xbox, I have everything. So at this point, I was so pissed off, right? I go into his Xbox, and his Xbox had all his information, like his parents, his address, everything, his email. I was fucking emailing him like, hey, bro, like pay me my fucking money, like you owe me for 10 days or whatever.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I just got this Xbox and his MacBook, his all of his clothes, like his.
Well, you got all that. That's worth the rent.
Well, the thing is, like,
So did he run past you naked?
no, he put
David-
his clothes on,
David-
of course.
yeah,
I have
David
it all on
loves
video,
that.
man. It's so fucking funny.
I'm just I'm trying to understand like how this all played out.
The rabbit is funny.
Yeah,
That's,
get
dude,
that fucking rabbit out of here, dude. Like that was.
That's so bizarre.
yeah, man.
Wow.
And the last one was I was cleaning an Airbnb at 2 a.m. because we had so many checkouts. Because when you check out, you have to clean it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was cleaning an Airbnb at 2 a.m. So this apartment complex in Midtown, guess what? First fucking floor. On the first floor,
I think you've learned your lesson.
I know.
No.
Damn.
there was a private entry. Okay, through the main street. There's a private entry. It's a patio. And somebody starts fucking banging on my door. Bang, 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 bang. Please help me. Please help me. My boyfriend's fucking trying to kill me. I'm like, this is a fucking joke. There's no way. Anyways, I fucking opened it and this girl was fucking bloody. And then my boyfriend is beating me up. Blah, blah, please help me. Like, I thought she was fucking kidding. Like, is this a joke? Like, no, she fucking runs in my apartment, hides in my bedroom, in the bedroom of the Airbnb. I look out and there's this fucking Hispanic guy with a fucking gun running after her. And I'm just like, holy shit. I shut the door. I go inside my fucking bedroom, grab a gun, and I'm like, hey, bro. And he starts fucking banging on my door. I'm like, hey, bro, I have a gun too. Like, get the fuck out of here. And no, I want my fucking girl back. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Bro.
No way.
Dude, I have it all on video.
What?
This is awesome.
Dude, I have it all on video.
Yeah, you're
Like,
scaring
like,
a lot of
like
people.
security cameras, or you're just smart enough to always pull out your
No, I
camera?
fucking my phone. I started recording. Like we were about to have a standoff. We were about to have a standoff at the fucking at the door, like shooting each other. It was like, and I was thinking to myself, like, dude, I don't have any fucking bullets because I just bought the gun.
No.
And you know, there was like a bullets shortage.
Yeah.
I didn't have any bullets, and then I'm just like, dude, I have a gun too. Like
I bought some at that time when there was a shortage and
bro,
paid
it
out
was,
the ass for them.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. Wait, and you were staying at one of your Airbnbs?
No, I was cleaning it at 2 a.m. because
yeah.
So
Wow, dude.
That's
so
so
maybe
funny.
just avoid these places.
No,
It's-
just avoid the
that's-
first floor.
First floor, avoid party towns like Midtown.
It's hard though because that's where people
gallery.
go.
that's where people
Because
go, man.
like even
Yeah.
people who like
That's true.
Even people who live in Houston, but they
That's
live
so
like
true,
on
though.
the farther side of town, they're gonna get an Airbnb for the night and just have pregame. Like you said,
Yeah.
they're gonna throw a bunch of fucking.
It's
parties.
it only financially makes sense to get an Airbnb in a poppin' spot.
yeah,
And that makes sense.
yeah, for sure.
It's just kind of a risk.
and
you
then
gotta take.
it'll be a lot of people that just crash there for the
Yeah.
night.
So moral
that-
of the story is, guys, if you're gonna start to do Airbnb, don't take the first floor. Get at least the 5th floor, bro.
or just consult him.
yeah,
right.
just or ask me. Just
Alright.
don't get the
Okay,
first floor.
so
man.
like, do you recommend this business for someone? And
Yes,
how much
absolutely.
how much working capital do you need for someone to start this business?
$10,000.
Okay.
I mean,
Really?
unless
you have
the
one?
the problem was not really a problem, but like all of my furniture was brand new. You can find easy, cheap stuff on Craigslist or OfferUp, for a quarter of the price, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to buy all new furniture.
But it sounds like it's a lot of work and maintenance for you personally. It sounds like you
It's a
kind of
lot,
need to
man.
like outsource it
It's
somehow.
a lot, dude. It's a lot, and
Have you outsourced a lot of this work?
well, the good thing is, if you're gonna try to do an Airbnb, it's house or apartment, right? If you own a house, if anything goes wrong in the house, AC, microwave,
You have to pay for all that
you
shit.
have to fix it
Yeah,
out of your own pocket. But if you're in an apartment,
they cover all that.
they cover all of that.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Exactly.
Can you do it? Can you do that same concept, but instead of doing an apartment, you're leasing someone's house?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually have people come to me to Airbnb their houses. Yeah. It's a lot of money if you put all of your time into it. But the problem is I can't put all my time into it because I have other businesses. But, I have people that do it for me. I focus on the calendar, making sure it's filled. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you have the apartment. When I first started, I had my apartments at like $100 a night plus cleaning fee, which is $50. So basically you're making $150 a night. Okay. Multiply that by 30 nights. You're making $5,000-$6,000, right? When Omicron and this whole COVID shit kept on lingering around, it went from $150 to $70 to $30.
oh my god.
Like you have to keep lowering prices until it gets booked.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I start the day at $75 plus cleaning fee. If it doesn't get booked by 4 o'clock, I have to lower it to like $50.
Damn.
If I'm really desperate, I'll lower it to $30.
Damn.
Okay, so that's the only issue right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of shit to manage, especially with 35 properties, looking at all the prices.
$30.
Dude, it is,
or
man. It was
$50, like, damn.
I actually really liked doing it until. Plus, the problem is like Airbnb gives you a lot of shit, man. They really do.
In what way?
Because people complain. People want refunds.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
People do that shit all the
So,
time.
so the whole
bro.
customer service side is shit.
Dude, like, yeah, I came in here and
Or you have these scammers that like
Scammers,
actually
dude.
nothing went wrong, but they just want to back charge or something.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly.
You gotta deal with that.
That's the problem is the back charges too.
and that fucks you like in your potential to even work with Airbnb, right?
Well, no, it's like you just have to provide proof.
Mm.
It's
Daniel
like
rents,
PayPal and shit. We gotta always fight that. You know?
Yeah.
Daniel rents my Airbnb. Oh yeah, the bathtub was dirty. Well, okay, take a picture. Oh, I didn't take a picture because I already left. Well,
How am I supposed to know?
how am I supposed to know?
Well, that's good.
That's why, like, every time we clean an Airbnb before a guest takes over it, we take pictures of everything.
But they,
Oh,
but
okay.
they could leave you a bad review, and that hurts.
That's
you.
a problem. The bad reviews. We have no control over that. That's
Yeah.
Airbnb is still the Wild West. It's still, it's still what do you
Infant
call this?
stages.
It's not infant, but it's still developing. Okay. Now you have other places like Sonder, and Sonder was what I really wanted to be.
Oh, you told me about Sonder because they're worldwide.
Dude, Sonder is
Yeah.
fucking
What is that like? Is it the same concept as Airbnb?
almost,
But better.
but better.
Yeah.
Basically, Sonder is like Airbnb, but much classier. Okay, so let's say they go in and get 10 apartments, okay, at this apartment complex. They have a security in there and make sure everything is good. It's
Mm.
just next level Airbnb,
But yeah, I mean the cost is just higher.
but the cost is higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my end goal, was to be like Sonder. But the problem was it's so much manpower, it does not make sense for me at least. So
Yeah.
I went from 35 units and then now I'm down to 12, which is actually better. We're actually profiting now because I can see everything. I'm not too spread thin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're actually making more money with 12 units than 35 units.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm making $70,000, with 35 units, but like a lot of it is in costs and this and that. But if you have lesser units, you can focus on everything. You can communicate better with guests. You have less bad reviews. And
Overall, it just pays off.
it
better.
overall it just pays off. So if you're going to do Airbnb, start small.
So
Okay.
you're saying with these 10 units, are you making like over like a multi six figure?
I am,
Income?
let's say
Like 12 units.
at 12 units, I'm profiting more than 35 units. Like
That's great.
yeah, I'm profiting more. It doesn't matter if it's $100 more, $200 more. I'm profiting
yeah,
more.
you're still. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
though.
because I can
Yeah, that's
watch
awesome.
it closely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is the, I read somewhere, to run a successful 10 unit Airbnb, you need 6 people. Well,
Yeah.
motherfucker, I was running 35 with 4 people.
Yeah. Damn,
Okay.
Holy shit.
So like my phone was going off nonstop. When I say nonstop, like it was fully charged by 8 a.m. It would be dead by 11 a.m. because it was ringing nonstop, and it was causing me a lot of stress.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Anxiety. I can
It
imagine.
was crazy.
I can imagine. I guess that's what
Okay.
they mean, though. Like you need 6 people
You
because
need exactly
to take that stress off of you and to manage it properly,
Yeah.
so you can scale.
But Airbnb is very profitable. You just have to manage expectations.
So you do both. You do Turo and you do Airbnb.
So-
what do you recommend?
Um,
Because I mean, Turo is kind of the same thing, but like
We
so
need to
what-
chat on this because I kind of want to get involved in this. This sounds
Yeah, yeah.
So I
actually, I'd be down, bro.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
can get Lambos and shit for free, dog.
so I started Turo first before Airbnb.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Turo, it's the same-
Which one do you prefer?
I actually prefer Airbnb because on the money side, Airbnb hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the
Airbnb.
guy that does he rents out a bunch of Teslas that's your friend?
Yeah.
That's me.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
So the problem with Turo is people would fuck with the car. You cannot be attached to your car.
That's the
That's the big
yeah.
problem.
It's the wear and tear on
That's
it too.
you cannot get attached to whatever car you're renting out. That was my big issue in the beginning. Was like, oh, I don't want to rent this.
Mm,
I had 3 Teslas.
yeah.
Okay, one of them wrecked it.
I saw
Okay,
that shit. That
like
shit was crazy.
it was this guy that fucking smoked weed, and he smoked weed in the car, and my Model 3 is a performance.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't understand. If you fucking step on that thing, it goes. Okay,
Yeah.
like it goes.
Yeah.
He crashed it. He hit his head on the glass roof.
Yeah.
It went through. So I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself,
Is he alive?
is he alive? Exactly. Is because those glass roofs are not like
Yeah,
they're not weak.
That's some space glass right there.
It's some space glass. And I'm like, and I'm worrying to myself like, is he alive?
This dude got a big ass head.
But then I'm looking at it. Well, there's no blood. Okay, he's alive. He should be okay. And then no, he's not alive. His cranium was kind of cracked because
He's not alive.
No, he's good. He's not okay, but he's not dead.
Oh, okay.
So, and you know how some people don't wear seatbelts? You know, they clip on the seatbelt and just like ride without it.
Yeah, stupid.
It was him. So he bounced up. He survived. He's okay. But the Teslas are really strong cars, bro. Like they're not.
Well, the Model 3 was rated one of the safest cars.
They
to
are
be in.
no, they are well built. Okay, the way he crashed it.
The exterior, not the interior.
Yeah, the way he crashed it was like on the
Sure.
next level, but it wasn't like I thought that the car was total, but no, they just fixed it. It was okay because like the frame is so strong, you know, the battery and the wheels. That's really it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now, if you ask me, it's really all about passion because like you have to talk to people. Do you want to make money or do you want to get your cars paid off at the same time? Do you want to have a lot of cars and have it paid off? So the good thing about Turo is you get your cars paid off.
But see, I just wouldn't want to rent out my car.
And that's the thing. What like
Yeah.
he said, and then there's another influencer I follow. He's like a financial advisor that does Turo. He says the same thing. You can't be attached. To
You
your
cannot
car.
be
Like,
attached
I would
to
have
your
some
car.
burner cars that I would
Yeah.
use for this.
Get like a
Not my
Lambo
per-
and some
not
shit.
Not a Lambo, but like, cause I don't think the market would be high enough to move
No.
a Lambo.
No.
Yeah, you gotta get
you have to
cars.
have like your own exotic renting company for a Lambo. But like your Model 3 is dual motor or what is it?
Yes,
Okay, dual motor. It's not
Yeah.
performance. No,
it's not
no,
performance.
it's not performance. Okay, so
This model, it doesn't have a performance.
Does it-
It's a. I remember the name of the base model. It's a
standard.
Yeah, standard.
long range.
Standard long range.
Standard and long range.
Okay,
correct.
so does it have autopilot?
Yes.
Like you paid for the autopilot?
Well, now it's monthly.
Yeah.
Full autonomous or whatever.
Damn. Okay.
Yes, it's nice.
Okay.
So before it was $15,000 up front for the
Yeah.
software update. Now you just pay $250 a month.
Yeah.
Which I don't pay because I don't use autopilot.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go on a trip or something, I'll do it.
Okay.
But-
So, I mean, it could do $100 a day.
Yeah, but see, I don't trust anybody in my car.
That's a problem. You
Yeah.
cannot get attached.
I wouldn't use my personal car.
Why
You
not
can-
just buy another Tesla and do that then?
Exactly. I would do something like I probably wouldn't buy a Tesla, but I would buy like another car
people
for
don't.
people to rent out.
People don't understand the power of Teslas. They don't.
Oh, like the speed?
The speed.
Oh, it's
like they
fucking
don't
insane.
understand. So that's why I don't recommend touring Teslas because like
Yeah.
There's so many.
I come from a
Yeah.
line of like I've always had fast cars, and when I
Yeah.
got in that, and it's not even just fast; they're quick.
it's
Like,
just off the line. Yeah.
yeah, they pick up extremely fast, and it's very intimidating. Because I remember when I first took mine off the lot, I was driving so slow on the feeder. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm scared. And when I put it down, I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
gonna be fun,
Yeah.
dude.
He's a Tesla hater. Like I know he doesn't like.
No,
No,
electric
no, no.
cars.
I love Teslas.
I took him for a
Shut
ride
up,
in my
bro.
car, and he fell in love. He's like, I want one.
I just I'm not a fan of their build quality on the interior.
Dude,
well-
everybody says that, and it was
simple.
2018
Yeah.
and below was cheese.
Yeah.
Everything after that was like pretty solid.
So
Yeah, mine was 2019. You're right.
I really want to
Yeah.
get into it because like I've learned to not be attached to my cars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're pretty attached to your Range Rover.
I love. I
Yeah,
mean,
dude,
there's-
you're
it
all
was-
about Range Rover, man.
It-
You
it
yelled
was-
at me for leaving a few cups and
I mean, it's just being
Receipts.
clean. It's just
So
being
what
clean.
cars do you have right now? You have the Black Range. You have the
A
BMW.
BMW, and that's it.
Okay.
Very simple now.
Yeah, those might be too hard to rent out because what rents out the most is like
like a truck.
no BMWs, man. Like
Really?
yeah, because like
It's like a 328i or something.
a lot of people want to ball out
in a
And-
BMW.
and like BMWs.
No. That's I forgot you got a
Yeah,
BMW.
Yeah. No, because
No, no, no.
BMWs.
Not meaning like that, but I'm saying like, do people twirl like M3s and M4s? And,
No, not that I know of. I don't see
Yeah.
that much. Yeah,
I-
Like
No.
7 Series and shit. is
no,
what
not
people-
even like just like 3-4 series. That's it.
Really.
Because they look nice.
They do look nice,
They look
especially the new
nice.
ones.
And so,
Yeah.
how much do they go for, like on the market right now?
I have mine priced at $45 because I just want to get it rented out nonstop.
You rent this out?
No, not that one. No, I have a 4 Series at home.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I have
And
4 Series at home that we rent out, and like it's been really shitty lately because of COVID. But
And they just come to your house and pick it up?
yeah, I don't want to meet anybody. You know, it's like I don't like meeting anybody.
So where do you leave the key then?
In the garage, and then I just leave the key inside. Like, hey, key will be inside. Good luck.
Wait, and they just open your garage?
I let him in with my yeah, and they
Hey, can I use your bathroom? Nah, you gotta go.
Nah, dude, like, you're on your own. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so
Dang.
the industry is, cash flow is better with Airbnb, but cost
Definitely.
but cost is
Definitely.
higher because on a Turo you can do a 0 down payment, and then your payments, like let's just say on a 428i on a used one right now would probably be $40,000. Your payment would be what, $600 a month?
Something like that. Yes. So I saw this post on a Turo forum, like not on Facebook, not too long ago. The guy has a fleet of 8 cars.
Uh-huh.
He made $298,000 in 1 year
8 cars?
on 8 cars,
Holy shit!
and then he netted about $120,000 profit.
Wow. So
Yeah.
like what cars? What cars are they?
It
Wow, dude.
yeah.
Crazy.
I looked at his profile. One was a Dodge Durango. One was a Toyota something. Like they're not crazy
Yeah.
cars.
They're just
It's
dailies that he
they're
can
just
make
dailies
money
that he
off
just
of.
make monies on. Yeah.
Wow, that's
But the
great.
thing is, keep in mind, bro, like this is a full-time job. It's like
Yeah.
Airbnb. You have to take pictures of everything.
yeah.
Like every
It's on-
time
I feel like you would need to hire somebody.
No,
to,
you
like,
definitely
do
hire
this stuff.
somebody. I mean,
every time the car goes out, you have to take pictures. You have to take like 30 pictures. Because if there's a ding, there's a dent. Okay.
I mean,
like,
you just
Yeah.
hire somebody you trust. So, like, let's just say, like, that was the case, right? And then let's just say you had like some money to roll out, right? And you buy 10 cars at one time, right? You hire somebody, and I mean, it's not that simple, but I'm just laying out like the simplicity of it,
Mhm.
right? You have money, and let's just say you've never done it on tour before. You have money, and you buy 10 cars. You price them super low, maybe 75% of what the market's at, right?
okay.
And you hire someone for like $30,000 a year, which is like $2,000 a month, and then someone you trust, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
that would take away from your profits. So you wouldn't see profits for a longer period of time. But do you think it would be more sustainable if you hired somebody to do that?
I never got that big to know, but
Yeah, because if you're spreading your time in other places, you can't give your
Yeah.
attention to where
Yeah.
it needs.
there's this girl I used to follow on Turo. Like she has like literally a fleet of 100 cars.
Yeah, you told me she wanted to buy all your cars and shit, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So she had a fleet of 100 cars, and she does this full time. She makes like $2 million a year on Turo.
It's fucking
But this is
crazy,
her
bro.
full time job, and she was in Los Angeles. Okay, like
oh, yeah.
it's the customer service, man. Like, hey, like the
Yeah.
engine light turned on, the car is dead, and at 2 points, the Tesla was left on the road because they forgot to charge it.
that
Damn.
when you brought up the Teslas, that was the biggest thing I noticed. Is like,
Yeah,
people that don't own a Tesla don't understand.
they don't
like,
understand.
the range you can even go, how it
Yeah.
even works.
They don't
Yeah.
understand. So they were like, oh, yeah, I'll just leave it here, I guess, and you can just bitch. You can't just fucking tow a Tesla. You have to call a fucking
Tesla.
like a flatbed.
yeah.
So it's a lot of headache. But like I said, man, if you want to do Turo on the side, start with 1 or 2 cars max.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, if you want to do Turo just to pay off your car, you can make it work.
You can make that work.
Yeah, and like if someone works from home, for example, and they have like a nice car that they
Yeah.
don't want to, just pay interest and a monthly payment by doing nothing,
Yeah.
then they can put that out. Like
Yeah.
maybe, 15, 20 days out of the month.
Yeah.
And then, like you make your money back and stuff like that. So
At
yeah.
one point, I had 6 cars, and and this was during pandemic, and that was too much for me.
yeah.
Like I was staying home most of the time, but like keep in mind, dude, like people they do not respect your property.
Yeah, that's
They will
what you have
smoke
to-
weed in your car.
Damn,
They will leave shit in your car. I've seen used condoms in my fucking car.
that's nice.
Okay. Like you
That's
have to
so
put up with that.
disgusting,
You
man.
have to
Yeah.
put up with that. Okay. In my Airbnb business, I have my ex-girlfriend cleaning everything, so I don't have to see anything. But
Yeah.
she does that full time, literally full time. She cleans 5 to 6 apartments a day.
Damn.
Okay. So if you're willing to do the work, go for it. I wasn't, because I'm all about setting it up and having somebody else run it.
Just automate it.
Exactly. It's all
Yeah.
about automation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should kind of call it here. But before we it's like a 2-hour podcast. But it was a great podcast. But before we go, like, do you have any questions for us?
I do not. I just want to say, thank you so much for the opportunity. I don't think there's a lot of venues where you can, put your thoughts out, and especially in the nightclub business. I don't think I've ever seen anybody talk about a nightclub business. The way I did.
I don't think
Just like behind the scenes. Of
Behind
like
the
what
scenes
actually goes on and how
Yeah.
you started.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
thank you for letting me do this, and
for sure, bro.
I think you guys will do great things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
dude.
think,
Thanks for coming on.
yeah, I think your story is amazing. That's why I was like, okay, I gotta have Donovan on.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, the club scene is dope. But yeah,
Well, I'm excited to go check out when these open. I'm
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah,
check
plug,
these things out.
plug it.
So
plug it.
yeah, so Pretty Liar will be opening up on either February 10th or February 17th. We'll let you guys know. It's located at 317 Milam, and we are looking forward to seeing all of you.
David and I will be there.
Yes,
Yeah, no,
yes, you will.
absolutely.
Yes, you
Yes,
will.
sir.
Well, we need to talk more about business because I'm really interested in this Airbnb thing.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
start looking into Airbnbs. I think you'll do well. I'll let you know what to do. Don't be afraid of apartment complexes saying no. Just
Yeah.
you have to start somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
And that's kind of it. So we're gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll see you in the next episode.
You always do that. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. Bro, it's 2 hours. Over 2 hours. That's great.
Is that the longest one?
That's the longest one.
Yeah,
for